Hello and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Standard NA Weekly as usual in this time slot. Commentators for this will be Shawnee and Waffle. Say hello.
Hi.
Well, this is looking like a good starting hash already.
Of course.
Yep, we got the compass, we got saw, megaton hammer, stick, and frog.
So clearly, Fire's going to have a frog for Frog Warp. Clearly.
Yes, and they will have to rush for prescription.
Joy. We pride. I like that emote.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's really pretty.
Well, I guess we're getting this out of the way immediately. If you enjoy the content you're going to be watching today, consider subscribing to ZSR for access to many good emotes and working towards our sub-goal, which is apparently a Trez Ocarina concert. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
No clue what that means, but if Trez does it, it has to be good.
Sure, we'll go with that. Our runners on stream today are Gavaroni, Zephyr, J-Bone25, and Vargafly.
I think it's Vargafly.
I would go with
Vargathyle, but that's just the nurse in me, but
I'm gonna go. Well, it's the way it's spelled, so.
Yeah, it's just Latin and everything, the way I know.
I'm going to go with Varg because it's what their file menu says, and it's probably the easiest way of doing it.
I don't agree with his name, though. I mean, why would you want to ban Zelda's Lullaby as a way of the hero?
I mean, I can see the logic behind that. It's pretty much way to hero every single time. Also, oh, it's a koala! Oh, looks like we're getting ready to start. Let's get the show on the road. Alright, and immediately we... Oh. I'm not sure if we're Varg's tunic or Zeph's. They're both pretty nice.
I am all for Zeph's. Zeph's has a really pretty tunic.
Oh, side percent. That was a beautifully synchronized first chest there for the bottom two minutes. Oh, we saw Miner's Butterboots. So we got some shoes, we got some boots. All boots are nice. All boots nice and early.
Yeah, now the question is, depending on what they get in Sword Chest, are they going to rush adult, explore as a child? I mean, personally, in my opinion, Sphere Zero child has way more checks than adult, and there's 3.
It's personal preference, really. A lot of people like going adult for the early age go, because if you get a bomb bag, that's a done straight away. Oh, I didn't manage to catch how many chews there were there, but it was definitely double digits. J-Boat owns chat saying 10. I'm inclined to believe chat. J-Boat elected to not do sword chest. So directly for that open grotto.
Is Fargo gonna do Deku?
Look at oh, Zephyr, no. What are you doing? Where's our first hint? Burning Cack is Serenade. And right after we find out, and then Lake Hylia is a foolish choice. I'll be honest, seeing Lake Hylia foolish is normally something that gets me thinking, maybe not do Long Early Child.
Yeah. I mean, there's still 2 other songs, though, that, I mean, can open up a seed.
True. Oh! Oh, that's a hook shot in Lost Woods for Zephyr. That's a find.
That's big. Now I might consider going the door.
And apparently Go On City Foolish was also in that grotto.
So, no way the hero for Sarius.
And what we are seeing here, by the way, is a strategy I do not agree with. Zephyr has successfully decided to ignore potatoes today. And has left their ocarina behind.
That's an interesting choice.
It basically means you're not going to be playing any songs for a while, and it's a bit risky.
Yeah, and I mean, they're really good for, I mean, just getting around. If you got Prelude or something like that, I mean, you're missing out on a lot of time.
But actually, I'll leave that to one side so I can see it. But we're seeing quite a few checks in. Oh, Richard's a good boy.
That was a long shot.
Wait, long shot? Did Zephyr have a hook shot? Jeez, that's... My attention today is not good. I was looking at the bow on Richard and missed everything else. So, Lost Woods, Jabu Way of the Hero, I just saw. Ice Cavern has Bolero. And
Does
it would
that mean
appear...
you wanna go get the potato now?
I mean, the Ocarina is not Way of the Hero in Lost Woods. But the song knowledge is. And,
Yeah, I'd imagine in the song.
Zephyr, what are you doing?
Oh, is he doing chickens?
Zephyr, this has to be a record, and it's not a record you want to set.
Right?
Also noticing that Damon found another hint from the one I didn't mention from outside. Outside Temple of Time. OOT is Minuet. So that's an interesting one to see there.
Early start on Pierre, that's good.
Yes. I didn't see that hint stone there. Let's close that. So while Zephyr is committing a crime against racing by having chickens in the first couple minutes, Fortress is Way of the Hero. 30 gold skulls is a bomb bag.
Oh no, that's why you got the hook shot so early.
Zephyr get a long shot. Top of DC apparently.
Yeah, and they were both, well, I wouldn't say Spear Zero because only the one was, but I mean, it was accessible very early on with the choose.
Yeah. The issue becomes then where are the other 2 bomb bags? Because that long shot isn't actually the looked like 50 was dead. I saw blue potion bottle.
It could have been a hook shot locked bomb bag. But
True.
you know, now we have the long shot too. Does that mean we're gonna get an early hammer?
It's a good question, that. 30 skulls is still a bomb bag. And Andrew gave us a bomb trooping from.
That's nice. Now,
Not worth the time, but it's nice.
you go adult here? I think that would be probably one of the smarter players, honestly. That or like, well, he can't do well. I mean, so that's where most of the next set of progression would be, I'd imagine.
The only concern with Zephyr going adult is they can't get the song in the window right now. Because they haven't got a Ocarina. Our first glimpse now at this. Death Mountain Trail's Way to Hero. You don't say. Not as if there was a hook shot sitting there in easy reach.
Did fishing have anything? I didn't get to see what.
Didn't get a good glance. We're going to get another one here with Gav. Yeah, Sun Song was on ZL. Chapping up a good point here. Both hook shots are in Way to Hero locations. Does that mean water required?
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Either water or spirit.
Lake Hylia is barren, but I don't think they've got us to have seen the hint. Because what was the hint for Lake? I think the hint for Lake Hylia barren only Zephyr's seen so far. Unless I am just blind and can't pay attention. Oh yes, then only Zephyr's seen it. Because Zephyr went for the potato skip. Because they are obviously clever. At least this game will be fun, though. I'll give you that.
Clever or ballsy, one of the two.
Yeah, balls is definitely the word I'd use. We having two people in shooting.
Even aware if he missed it.
Oh no, he's what? Zephyr Mr. Ocarina? He's definitely aware. Song of Storms in Lava Ranch. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
That's pretty big. I mean, it unlocks a lot of things. You got all the storm grottos and well, but without ZL, you're missing a few checks.
It does crucially unlock a check in a Way to Hero location. Because DMT has been confirmed Way to Hero.
That is true.
Although we did get a long shot, a hook shot. Can't say a long shot, because I've never seen anyone.
Okay, just for confirmation about the Way of the Hero stuff we know so far, we have 3 locations found, and Lost Woods and Death Mountain Trail had each a hook shot.
That's what we've seen so far, yes.
Okay. Yo.
Not a problem.
I'm betting that it's Lost Woods for the song. I think it would have to be for logical access to the temple.
Lost Woods, you think it's Sacred Forest Meadow?
Yeah, but I mean, isn't... Wait,
Lost Woods doesn't have a
Yeah.
song check.
You're right. Then we have both the Skull Kid and the Ocarina minigame. We have Grotto.
We just saw medallions, it looks like.
Tree.
Yeah, Skull Mask is hinted, so that can't be the Way of the Hero. Not sure why Varg's reset it already. Oh, I see. They went to set time of day. They went into Gad's castle to set it to night so they could do words. This is another my check a little easier. Ah, the second hint in Hyrule Castle, for those who may have missed it, was the repeat of the Serenade hint. Zephyr can indeed learn this song without an Ocarina. You can't. You can learn Saria's song as well. Saria's song check as well. You just can't learn the one from Malon because you need the Ocarina to pull out to trigger her to teach you the song.
Yeah, the scripted songs like Chic and all of them, I believe they're all you're able to do without a ocarina, but the ones that require you to initiate it, you have to have it.
Yeah, Song of Storms and Opponent's Song checks require you to have the ocarina.
Oh, Stone Jabu, Way of the Hero.
Oh, it's Stone Jab. Oh my god. Oh, that's horrible.
It's better than Stone Shadow.
True, we haven't got that joy today.
Sun Song of ZL.
That's a nice utility song to get. It gives
That's
you
a
a
very
grand.
good song to get.
It gives you a grand token.
Being bombed.
Fortress Wave the Hero. Okay. That's interesting.
DMT, Lost Woods, Fortress, and what else?
Jabber.
Oh yeah, Stone Jabu.
Also, Link J3, thank you for the rate of 3. Welcome in. Okay, so first over to Deku Tree. Let's go see what the tree has for us today. As Zeph goes Dolt. Gavin is doing the quicker chickens.
Quicker chickens.
Well, you can do these within 30 seconds. Hence, well, the timer forced you to, but still. I'll do chickens takes a few minutes.
Yeah, they're a bit tedious.
As we're waiting for new checks to come in, shout outs to our lovely trackers today: Aspion, MC Paula, Karen, and As the Day Fades. We wouldn't be able to do this without you guys.
You know, I really like the name As the Day Fades. It's ominous, but it also sounds peaceful.
Yeah, I get that, yeah. Also, shout out to Double Defense in the Deku Tree. Very nice to have. Zeph has got a doll. Let's go see what I. I mean, I think Zeph has got. You're not wrong. So Zeph going adult with a bow, a long shot, and hover boots. That gives you a fair bit of stuff to do, actually. And you still have Jabo getting bonked by a Skull Warchula, the most deadly enemy in the game.
Yeah, I'd say Ice Boots are pretty up there too.
Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah, sure. And
Now, I don't know if you know, but there is a possible way to soft lock in Shadow with the Skulltulas. You get caught between the two on the right frame, permanently soft lock.
oh, you just keep bouncing back and forth.
Yep.
Ouch. That's a fun one. What's probably a little more fun for the runners is that wallet that was found on Adult Andrew. Quite a nice find, I think that puts Gore Tunic into logic. So you won't end up dying of heat exhaustion.
Yeah, I don't know how well, I mean, I know in game, but anywhere else, trying to travel around in the volcano just doesn't sound like a fun.
Oh, it doesn't. That's a boomerang in Deku Tree.
There you have your Jabu. Just need ZL and a fit.
You need Rooted Letter as well.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, Rooted Letter, and then either bombs to get into the river, scale to get in by a lake.
Yeah, they got choose. It's possible.
Oh, that's a bottle of blue fire. Interesting. That's
Now they
actually...
can use Mr. Weak as an adult.
Yes, King Zora can get a bit warmed up. With that boomerang J-Bone can now farm some skulls.
I really think this might be a skull seed.
I mean, only 30, because you've seen 40 and 50 dead, thankfully. But yeah, we've got all the materials we need to get way more than 30 skulls. I'm not sure how many exactly are in logic, but it's definitely more than 30.
Yeah, there's quite a few. Reminds me of yesterday's seed. You have everything you needed yesterday for the Freaky Friday.
Ooh, a nice 49 from Zephyr for Dante. That's a shoe refill. And a blue. Nothing major on Dante. Just there having a good time. 50 is the bottle you need to catch big pose in Fabuto's letter. About that. We have a bottle, thankfully.
Yeah, we got blue fire.
I do like your try and find the worst case scenario situation there.
Very much so.
There. Okay, now Zephyr's forgotten.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I really think he forgot and didn't realize.
No, there we go. He just realised.
Oof, autopilot.
And that's why you don't potato skip. Just gonna make a note of that. Okay, so let's see what's above Andrew now. Oh, fire arrows.
We have one who's leaving the Deku, we have one who's entering the Deku, and we have one in the middle of him.
Literally, middle chest. And Lord... sorry. Oh, banana.
I guess he is just going in here to see what's on... Yeah. I was gonna say, he can't do the song.
True. Have to come back later.
Now we have adult archery. I hate this. Well, I hate any archery in the game, honestly.
Adult archery is the tricky of the two because you have no idea what's going to come up next. At least child shooting gallery is a random assortment.
Yeah. Now... That's just because I have an 8 AM.
That you think that's a common theme here? Given this is the NA Weekly.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I can't say anything. Half the time I have NA, but I live in the UK.
Now we're getting Z1 skip.
Oh, that's a bomb bag on the man on the roof.
What was... Oh, okay. What was on the skull?
What was on what, sorry?
The skull kid.
Did not see that. I was looking at the wrong screen. Oh wait, we haven't got Sarius. Sarius tends to help with that check. Did anyone catch the hint at the bottom of there, by the way?
It looks like the... Well, not technically, but logically, the hookshot lock bombs 2 ways.
You can actually reach that with nothing.
Yeah, that's
Using
why I
the
said
jump.
technically, but logically.
Oh no, logically it's a lot by nothing as well.
Oh, okay, so it's
The,
in logic to do this on top?
Yeah, but trick for it is in logic. Also, I'd be remiss if I did not say the word titties right now, because 3 of our 4 have titties.
Yeah, they do. They got their double Ds. Now they just need their condom.
Always do the same thing, kids.
That's for that one.
Remember, boot responsibly. That is a fine letter.
And there's more bombs.
Wait, was there more bombs? Oh wow, okay. Rest in peace, 30 skulls.
Yeah. Bigoron's dead.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I was really hoping to see prescription be done.
I think most people would be hoping for a claim check one there, but... Oh, that's Ruto's letter.
And then we got, yeah. Now
Ruto.
we have, well, yeah, technically we have full logic job.
Yeah, we have Rutos, we have bombs and a scale. We can get it any way we want. Jeez.
Except the front door.
I mean, with the chicken even then, but... Point being, rush Jabu for Way of the Hero.
Yeah? I mean, I wouldn't dip dongos yet. I'd clear it out at least since you're already there.
Oh yeah, it's a medallion, you definitely want to do that. But the point still remains that after this, you want to go Jabu.
I wonder if it's boomerang locked. I mean, it doesn't matter, but it could be.
It might matter for Zephyr, they haven't got Boomerang.
Yeah. He might get it, though. I mean, it wasn't too far out of the way.
True, it's in Deku, which you have to clear anyway. Also, shout out to Small Stabby in Sacred Claws Meadow.
Small stabby.
Or as chat puts it, Small Stabby. You got Big Stabby, Small Stabby, and Master Stabby. Sorry?
That's a good name. I've always referred to it as the butter knife.
Butter knife also works. Gonna butter that toast. Oh yeah. Ah, a fashion check.
Ooh, we got another tunic.
Lovely. Stick capacity upgrade. That's perfect when you go back to child. Oh, not only is Bigoron dead, Bigoron crafts an ice troll.
Song of Time on Sarias.
It's a decent song to have. I don't normally like to see it because it means some really awkward stuff just opened up. Like the toilet.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah. No warp songs is kind of.
Oh. Oh, that was a boomerang chest hint. Also, what's foolish. So, boomerang chest being dead means you absolutely need the boomerang for the way to hero and Jabu.
Yeah. This is also looking like it's gonna be like a lot of stuff is gonna be locked by the later song checks.
Yeah, that's never something you want to see.
Long shot, so we can get across to desert to get the not prelude or noctune, but this
Requiem check.
Song check. Yeah, Requiem check. I always forget that word. But
So,
I mean, Bolero, and then the other two. I mean, we got Burning Cack and the Prelude check. But other than that, I don't know.
Fortunately, Burning Cack has been hinted to Serenade. We haven't got to worry too much about that, which is nice given it's on. Given it's not behind Water, Shadow, and Spirit, which are the three dungeons you don't want to see with that combination.
Very much so. The only thing I'm concerned about is what would Requiem be if you have to go back as a kid?
Oh, that's interesting thoughts, actually. Either way, King Dodongo
Oh,
is
it could
rolling
be
about.
Ice Cavern.
Ice Cavern Song is also hinted. It's Bolero.
Ooh, so Prelude or
Oh. Was it the Bolero check? Oh, didn't try on King Dodongo.
That's a nice thing to see.
Damn. Spicy
King
dinosaur
Donga
today.
passed down his way to breathe fire.
Yes, actually, I didn't think of it that way before. Sometimes hints but I've seen so far is Burning Cack is thrown in the water. Ice Cavern Song is Bolero, and the rank test is dead. So as far as I'm aware, either Zelda's Lullaby is in the crater, which we're going to be seeing in a few minutes, I think, or it's locked behind Spirit Temple.
That would be rough.
It's not a situation we want to be in, really.
Isn't there a few checks you need ZL for in Spirit? Or am I missing
yeah.
it?
Oh, there it is. It just means that you can't get to them until you beat the dungeon.
Yeah, that would be a bit of a spicy situation to be in. Don't want to double dip Spirit, if you have.
Yeah, it's not so odd to be doing, to be honest. Oh. What's that doing? Alright. That's a pretty nice minor skin, honestly. I have
that's actually how I learned to do mine.
I used the bow. Significantly easier for me, at least.
See, my bow and my hook shot were locked behind my though. So
Fun.
no logic.
I have to bring up a point in chat right now. The spirit key logic is a myth. It did not exist. No, you can't make me believe in spirit key logic.
Until you find out the hard way.
Oh, I know the intricacies of spirit key logic. I don't know all of it, but I got the basic gist. I just don't want to believe it exists.
Yeah, that's... See, I like spirit key logic in some ways, but I hate how they have it set up for the way of the hero requirements. It's the only thing I don't like about it.
And then you get a hook shot on the right hand. And everything gets called into question. Because that means that hook shot flat out requires 5 keys to reach. And no one wants to pick up that headache.
Yeah, that's a bit of a pain in the butt. It's like, how am I going to get there?
Zelda's Lullaby on Minuet check.
ZL on Minuet. That's a lot more forgiving than I was thinking it could be.
It would be a really useful song for Zephyr right now. If they had the Ocarina.
And yeah, you're right, it could be logical AD locked because technically you do need Sarius to get past my...
Yeah, that's a good point. Where the heck is Sarius song? No, wait.
It could be on Requiem.
I don't think there's a situation where it can be actual AD now. For songs, at least. Oh, wait, yes, I kind of an idiot. Also, that's a hammer. Right, Forest.
That's a hammer and forest.
First chest as well.
Yeah, it wasn't
Interesting placement for
demon.
that. It would have to be for logical AD, by the way. Saria's song in Ice Cavern,
Yeah.
which is 100% logically locked by Zial. And that's a scale. How have we seen that
the
scale?
scale, isn't it?
No, that's a scale from Jack. We've seen that one. The thing about the generic grottos is that they all look the same.
You are not wrong.
I'm also an idiot, by the way, because we've had Ice Cavern hinted. So, logical song AD's out the way, at least.
This is just a lot of bait, it looks like. Especially considering you just got the hammer for Stonefire.
That logic is interesting.
You have opponents on Storm's Charm.
Opponents in the Windmill being a song that Zeph can't get right now. Which is interesting, given that Fortress is Way of the Hero.
Yeah, and so was the long shot and or hook shot, depending on which one you get first.
Seeing in chat, also DMT is still Way to Hero. Seeing in chat a question, can light hours be a Way to Hero item? Hint rather? They cannot be directly hinted Way of the Hero since 5.2 update. Was it 5.1 or 5.2? It's one of them.
5.1, I think. But it can be in the way of the hero.
Yeah, it can. Light hours cannot be directly hinted Way to Hero, for the simple reason that Ganondorf always has a hint for it. And hinted locations cannot be Way to Hero. Don't get me wrong, the Way to Heroes can still lead to it, which has happened recently for me, but they can't directly be it.
I'm just trying to figure out why he hasn't gone back and gotten his Ocarina yet.
He hasn't been back that way yet.
Yeah, but I mean, if he just now realized he doesn't have it, I mean, it's locking a lot of, potential checks.
I think I know what he's going to do. I think he's going to finish Forest Temple and walk out of Kokiri Forest. Because you can get the Ocarina at either age.
You can?
Fun fact.
I've never done that.
Yeah, fun fact. In fact, in some entrance randomizer scenes, you have to. Because it's the only way to get to it.
That is true. There's child-locked entrances and there's adult-locked entrances. That makes a lot of sense now that I think about it.
Okay, so we're actually going to see J-Bone do what Zephyr couldn't earlier. And actually play a song for the zombie. Sorry, the Redead. Apologies.
Yep. Now we get to see what's there. We could probably do, did he was, no. I don't know. Did J-Bones get Ziel, or was it Vargo?
J-Bones definitely has a song. It was nothing. What? Decently early boss key for Zeph in the Forest Temple bottom of the well.
I was gonna say I could do Sun Song Grave while he was there, but I don't know if he has it.
Zeph is leaving.
I didn't finish for some reason. I don't know. Does he summon a time drop?
Oh, no strength. Oh, no strength. Oh, my bad.
Oh,
My bad.
Strength. That could be a possible way of the hero.
Yeah, strength is required before something. Gabriel is currently going through Dante, Gabgo from Sunstone Grave, and at the 38-minute mark, it looks like Zeph is going for their Ocarina, and there it is. All 4 runners finally have an Ocarina.
That's progress.
This is a late one, honestly.
Yeah, but, I mean, now he's got a lot of things he can do as an adult and child. He's got Bolero available to him and all sorts of stuff.
Yes. Now the question is, where does he go next? Where does he go next? We've seen a lot of things we've already seen. Stefan knows that this area is completely barren, but there is an incentive to stop Link the Goron so he can get through to Death Mountain Crater, which is not barren.
Yeah, he's got the bombs, he can do it. Or he can do that too, that's some logic, I believe is also, right?
Yeah, using a bow to stop it is logic, using a bow, a bomb, strength is in logic. Din's Fire and Choose can also stop him, but are not in logic. Because trying to stop Link the Goron with Din's Fire, God, no.
Yeah, doesn't he run? I mean, continue rolling through the animation of the Din's Fire?
Yes. Fortigot's still dead. Suppose it makes sense to grab that hit while you're there.
He also has the right side of Boulder Maze available to him for those 2 hints.
I wouldn't go for that hint if it's a foolish location. Grabbing it on the way is fine, if you have the checks, but it's a bit far for 1 hint. What was that? And there's Requiem.
That is big. That is very, very big.
Do what you want with the Goron is free. You are a fool. I love it. I love it.
Now that means that Saria's is most likely in Ice Cavern?
I think that means Saria's is absolutely in what's the word I'm looking for? On Requiem check, because Ice Cavern's hinted.
Oh, okay. I didn't see what was in it on Ice Cavern. What was it?
Actually, Bolero. Also, we slept on each other. That is actually okay, Hammer Fairy is dead.
You know, I really hate seeing booties. It's just one of the most painful things to see in the world. Especially when you got a full wall of it.
I mean, bloopies do suck, but it could be worse. You could be playing a randomizer where everything is green rupees, and they're only worth 1. Also, Gav already has a very nice rupee count.
Nice.
Check that out.
Oh, second scale and deep shadow.
Oh god. So that's invisible maze, I'm guessing.
Now, the thing is, it's looking like this sea.
Hmm. What is that on the crater? I can't quite tell. On the volcano, I'll check rather.
I think, Jabu may end up being way the hero for, the strength, most likely.
That's one of the last few things we need. Let's have a look. What do we need? Spirit Reader, Mirror Shield, and 2 strengths. Shadow, we're pretty much there, except for not. Do we have Nocturne?
We know where Nocturne is, but we don't have magic.
True, we magic as well. Water, we just need Iron Boots, we can clear it. Potentially a gold scale if we're lucky. Well, that's Deep Shadow, that's an even bigger problem. We'll be able to. Deck we can just full clear. And Forest we can. Oh no, we have Strength for Forest.
It's either going to be Spirit or Shadow for go mode. I'm thinking Shadow just because of hover. Well, no, we have hovers, I guess. Yeah.
Shout out to the Skull Mask being a blue potion bottle. Which means we have 2 of them.
Now, what could be Way the Hero and Lost Woods?
We do need Water Temple, so I think that has to be the hookshot at this point.
Yeah.
Wait,
But
what
I
was
mean,
on? Wait, what was on?
Wasn't Hookshot one. Was it? No. Because you got the bombs from the guy on the roof.
You do still need both hook shots for the seed.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's the nice way to get into there. Okay, definitely completely ignoring the fact that they have ZL.
I think Zephyr is forgetting his Ocarina quite a bit in the seed.
We're going to see a nice interesting setup here as Zephyr's using that blue fire bottle from Zora's domain. So not from Zora's domain, from the graveyard. I promise I can location correctly. To unfreeze the King Zora for moving them. It was pointless, but it did it.
He could have no. Oof. Never left.
This is very good. I'm with it, I guess. Yep, skipping the hit, skipping the hit.
He did skip. And it looks like We have 2 in Dodongo right now. Now, interesting enough, if y'all didn't know, Dongo can't be quick killed because just about every weapon for him does about the same damage.
It's not that. It's actually the fact that apparently King Dongo has to run around at the speed of sound at least once.
Really? Is
Apparently.
that scripted?
Apparently. I don't know. Either way, it's annoying as heck.
Yeah, because I mean the big one sword does what, 8 times the damage? Wait, no, twice the damage of the Master Sword, and I want to say 8 times the damage of the Kokiri sword, or is it 4?
Kokiri sword damage is Kokiri to Master is double, and Master Sword to Begone is doubled again.
So it's 4. It's 4. And then there's stick. Either way, you can't quick kill him, if unfortunately.
Also, yes, King Dodongo is in fact a blue hedgehog.
I'm taking that from now on.
Death has their horse. Gavin's realising that Lecardia is still foolish. Dearboon's about to get frozen. And Death is going to have their second attempt at Sunsong Grave. And maybe this time actually get it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm always here. You can do the Royal Tomb, can't you?
Yes, you can grab the Composer's Grave Song. I actually completely forgot that one existed. I am smart, I promise.
You're smarter than me, trust me.
Okay, so let's have a look what happens here. Yep, it's Composer Grave time.
We just got 20 rubies from the Redad, which is kind of okay, I guess.
Yeah, we took the guy's life savings. Doesn't need him anymore. He's a bit too deceased for life savings.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It looked like a blue pea on the volcano after having my second glance at it.
Oh, I just realized. I mean, he's gonna end up fostering a check here, but without magic, he can't do dens.
True, you can't check the chest. Oh, Prelude of Light. Convenient song, but doesn't really do much.
Very convenient, but other than that, it's kind of just.
But we're about to go see what's on the. I have the words, I promise. Requiem check, which I think at this point has to be Saria's.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other.
Wait. Well, we'll see in a second. Yeah, it's the last song check left. I think it has to be Saria's at this point. Wait.
Kokiri Way of the Hero?
Kiri?
That's
What was that?
interesting. I can't remember what was in Mido's house, but I don't think it was anything.
I remember the hover base in Midos, but did we find anything else?
I think it's just the hover boots. None of it Stormcross had anything. It has to be the covers. Also, Nocturne Requiem. I'm just quickly thinking what song checks are left.
We know what's on Ice Cavern. Could it be Prelude?
I think it has to be at this point.
I don't think I've ever seen a Sario's on Prelude before, to be honest.
Oh no. Oh, that's not good. So I think we have a situation now where logical AD, yeah, any key is not behind the ZL check. It's logical AD. And the stone dungeons are check. Oh god, it's fire and Jabu. At least
Fire rears its ugly face.
At least one of them's wearing the hero. Oh, you do actually kind of hate to see it. Oh, you are right, actually, Phoenix. Phoenix is completely right. Yes, Hammer was in Forest, which is locked behind Sario's song. There can't be any keys locked by ZL.
Oh, true. That is true.
We're safe! I might get to sleep tonight.
Same here, but it's also much later for you than it is me.
Yeah, I just did. Yeah, I mentioned it just didn't click until just then that the hammer being in the first check just killed AD. I mean, it could still be something in a ZL check, which would be horrible. Also, we're in Guna Fortress. They're forgetting your opponent's song and thinking, yeah, going straight here.
Yeah, you got HPA available, you have most of GTG available.
Yes, Fortress being way the hero means that this is actually a pretty good place. You can do every check here. Also, J-Bo dodging that Bokoblin very nicely. Actually quite sweet. And we are also one hint away from having all of them. We just need frogs too. Unless someone's seen it and I've missed it.
I haven't seen anything.
Zeph has obtained a Pona song. Fortunately for Zeph's case, you don't actually need Scarecrow Song if you have a long shot for this check.
Yeah, that's pretty good on his house. I mean, considering he orphaned the Ocarina for as long as he...
Because you can just reach it from here and not have to worry about Scarecrow at all. And that's a piece of heart, which means the where the hero location is horseback archery.
You hate to see it, folks.
I'm okay seeing it because Swamp Archery and Majora's Mask is how I trained for this because that's significantly harder.
Yeah, that's a lot harder, especially with the Lich getting in your way.
Anyway, Frogs won from Garrone. Let's see what it is. Just a bit.
Buff, as I said earlier, I have terrible innate aim.
I can sympathize with that. Never playing it nice and safe, go for the hot start. Good luck on the targets there, but comfortably gets 1,000.
It could be either or. 1,000 is the easier and better one.
It's 1,500. The way to hear a check is 1,500.
Yep. Here we go.
For those who do not know, this game has 2 rounds. First round, you just got to score 1,000 points. Very simple. Well, simpler. Second round, you got to score 1,500. So let's see what we get. Wow,
Yeah, I don't understand that. Even if you get 1,500 in the first round, you still end up getting the 1,000 reward. I don't know. Weird.
Yeah, you still got to do both, unfortunately. Oh my god, strength upgrade. What the? Game, please.
Here we have all of Forest open to them now.
Yes, that's a good one, actually. So that's our Fortress Rated Hero 100% confirmed. So that means you've got 4 of them confirmed, actually.
Yeah, Jabu could be magic, it could be a strength upgrade, or the strength upgrade could be here in GTG. Never.
I have to bring up a point about Jabu right now, potentially being a strength upgrade. The fact that a strength upgrade has been found in this way to hero is concerning, because it means that a strength, either a strength is locked behind it, or we need all 3.
Oh yeah.
Which, you know what that all means?
Ooh,
Sorry.
that sucks.
And that is not something a lot of us want to see, honestly. Oh, hang on, I haven't seen a set before. Oh, it didn't work as well as I hoped. Okay. Okay, so Demo good to get that Nocturne. I'll be honest, I think my guess for Jabu Way to Hero is magic at this point. Yeah, we've established so far that given the hammer is in Forest Temple's first check, which is right outside the door of Zelda's Lullaby, it can't be logical AD for Saria's Song. So it's really right, because Saria's Song is, Stonefire. Okay, so J-Bone heading towards... Have we seen the Colossus Ferry? Yeah, we've seen the Colossus Ferry. Of course we have, because I've just got it. And Gabs, go.
A ruby?
I don't remember what it was. Also, happy 1 hour mark, everyone.
Oh yeah, it's been an hour. Wow.
A little bit late, but better late than never.
I'm wondering what we're gonna find in GTG, if anything. This is a gamble because, I mean, it really wasn't hinted.
There's a prescription, by the way, on Diving Game. Right, here we go. Jabu's belly. GTG is still about as pointless as ever. Until it's not.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like currently.
Yeah, but only 3 of the checks in here can be Way to Hero because we found a hint for the boomerang check, and it is not very useful.
Well, at least we'll get to see what the Jabu Way the hero is.
True. I'm hoping magic at this point. Because with strength as well, that raises some very big questions.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping for magic myself, honestly. I mean, at least that gives them access to Shadow.
Yep, that gives us all of Shadow. That gives us a couple of checks around the world, I believe. Magic. Gives us Wasteland if you're into that kind of thing. Oh, that's one way of getting that skull, I guess. Oh, a bow in GTG. Not that matters, we have one Sphere Zero.
Yeah, that's not really what we're looking for right now.
Remind me where Song of Time was?
Song of Time, I think, was, not Prelude, but, yeah, sorry.
Sorry, let's check. I'm questioning why Zephyr hasn't got that.
He only went there as an adult.
Ah. They're currently in DTG and they can't do the checks on the right hand side.
Yeah, his adult one has been a very long world tour.
Yes. A very productive world tour, got a lot of stuff from it, but oh, that's a key. And we know there's another key locked behind Song of Time. And there's a 2-pack that's being reset.
I would save Scum, I mean, just to be safe, but...
Yeah, there are, as far as I can tell, there are exactly enough keys in GTG now to avoid having Song of Time to get to the middle. Because 2 locked behind... Oh! Oh, it's Mirror Shield.
That's a pretty good thing, but... I mean...
Is it? Is it?
Now magic? Where could it be?
Oh, right there! Holy crap, GTG paying off!
You know, I'm glad I'm not on the total hate GTG thing.
I don't hate GTG, it's just, it's annoyingly good. It's 22 checks, 9 of which are keys. There's still 13 things that could potentially be there.
Yeah, GTG is pretty nice, but that also leaves the question of where are irons? Where's the second strength? Is the third strength going to be necessary?
I feel at this point for Zephyr's side, you go directly towards Shadow. You have every requirement to do the checks. And there's a gold scale at the end of it. There's absolutely no reason not to.
And irons, for all we know, could actually be in water. French vanilla.
Impossible. Irons can't be in water. It can be an ice cavern. That's what
Like, yeah, I thought you could still get in the water temple without irons.
Okay, so you can get in. You can enter Water Temple with Gold Scale. But that's all you can do. Just walk through the door.
Oh, yeah, right.
You can't do anything in the dungeon. Unless you already have keys. Since these settings do not shuffle keys outside of dungeons, you are unable to get in. I would also like to point out that Slurpery is completely correct. We have every single requirement for Shadow. Not Shadow, wow. I can words.
Well, that would be a pretty good play right now, too.
I feel well's a play you make at this point. Maybe not immediately, because you have progression to do. You have Shadow, you have Forest now, because you have definitely has a strength.
Yeah, he's got He knows he's got Jabu. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the boomerang, but...
What was that?
I mean...
Did I just see Frog's 2 strength?
Yeah.
Oh no. Sorry to interrupt there, but that's actually kind of huge.
That is going to be a pain in the butt.
That means that strength is way of the hero because it locks the Frog's 2 strength. Wait, hang on. That has to be strength 3. It's locked behind Spirit Temple. It has to be strength 3.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
And I only realised it as I was saying Saria's song. Oh, that's interesting though, because the question then becomes, will we need it?
Yeah, you could either last location strength 2 and waste a lot of time, or you could take the less but more annoying option for strength.
You can't even get that strength from Frogs 2 unless you've beaten Spirit Temple.
Oh yeah, you need strength 2 for Spirit.
That 100% has to be strength 3, and that's an interesting hint to see this late in. I say this late in an hour, but still. Yes, strength is the Goron bracelets, the silver gauntlets, and the gold gauntlets. Each one is a progressive strength upgrade because they technically at the start of the game, all 3 locations where strength can be is a Goron bracelet. Once you get a Goron bracelet, the other 2 that are left upgrade to be silver gauntlets because it's the next step on the progression scale. And then once you found that a second one, the third one is then always gold gauntlets.
Yeah, it's progressive. Whereas, for whatever reason, in Majora's Mask, it's not. It's really weird. I don't know.
I kind of like it, but it's not the best time to be discussing Majora's Mask when we're still trying to work out the subtle logics of OOT.
You're not wrong.
Oh no! J-Mo getting 1450. That's painful.
Yeah. Now, the running that is where strength 1, I mean, strength 2 would have to be strength locked at this point, right?
But that's Beware the Hero, I believe so, yes.
There's a very few places that it could be, so I mean...
There's a fair few, actually, when you think about it. Let me have a quick think. We have Mega Shields. We have Hovers. We have Dins. We have Noctua. We have Magic. We have both long hook shots and long shot. We might need Iron Boots. There's always Iron Boots.
Oh no, 14-10 this time.
Oh, David's having a good day here. I think it's just Strength 2 and potentially Iron Boots, yeah.
We know DC is finished. Goron City. It could be Spirit, and that seems like the... I mean, not Spirit.
Yeah,
Forest.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Really...
Yeah, there is no possible way that Spirit could be... Strength could be in Spirit, unfortunately. Oh! Long shot logically required for Spirit Temple key logic. Because why not at this point? My God, we have it.
Yeah, that's one of the... I think there's 3 checks that needs the long shot in Spirit. Or is it 2?
That one specifically requires long shot and 3 keys, or all 5 keys. It sucks when a key is there. It sucks even more if a hook shot's there. Spirit Spirit Child side could have a strength upgrade, but they've all been checked. The two that it could be have been checked because, except for the first two. Oh, actually, yeah, good catch there, BXR. We have light arrows. I found them in Child Spirit, apparently. How did you catch what check? Look, anyone's for paying attention to that.
Now, that does make it seem like, I mean...
Oh my god. Oh. Okay.
What did I miss?
Strength 2 for go mode. Iron Boots are in shadow.
Oh, nice.
And so Iron Boots gold scale of both in shadow. Are you kidding me?
And with that, I guess we can start the bet for Strength 2.
Yes, before you place your bets, just a little caveat to remind you all. The first strength was Way of the Hero. And that can only be the case if there is another strength, if the second strength is locked behind the first. So bear that in mind as you place your bets. So think carefully about where you want to place your bets. See, but I thought in that case that would mean that Strength 3 is required. Because we know where Strength Upgrade is. And if anyone bets Frogs 2, by the way, you are not going to be getting your bet refunded. Because that can't be Strength 2. It could be Strength 3, but not Strength 2. In that case, it does kind of mean that we need Strength 3. As case in point, there's Strength 1 on Varg's screen, which J-Bone is really struggling with.
Oh no, J-Bones.
Wait! Actually, gonna make a valid point here. How could Yeet Rock be required? Strength 2 puts us in go mode. Jay, go for the pots.
Yeah, the pots would be much easier.
1490. Oh, this is. Oh, never mind. Never mind. There's Strength 2.
Oh, well, I was wrong.
And if I'm reading the key logic correctly, if there was a key in the Crusher room, that's Strength locked.
Yeah, I believe so.
I didn't even put a bet in because I was still trying to think where it could be.
Yeah, that was my best guess was basement, because, I mean, at least then, you know, it's hard locked behind strength.
And we have no winner for the bet.
Oh,
we
wow.
only have bets for Frogs 2, Fire, Forest, no one bet Shadow.
Someone actually bet Frogs 2 as well. Who was it? We score in chat, please.
Man, that really didn't give people a lot of time to think either.
Okay, scrolling back through chat to see who bet it. Why am I not surprised, Carp? I know something important in Medallion Shadow. This is too convenient. Okay, that's fair enough, Cart. My apologies for thinking you were just trolling. But yeah, I think no one's actually in go mode, as far as I'm aware, because Zephyr has everything but, I believe, the boomerang and the mirror shield. Because they haven't gone to Deku yet.
As soon as he finds the boomerang, though, I mean, he's pretty much gold.
Yeah. I wasn't paying enough attention to the key logic in Shadow because I was still theorizing about places it could be. Was there a key in the Crusher room at the top? Because if there was, I believe that's strength locked.
I believe so, but I could be wrong.
Because with all the flippy, tricky, fancy stuff that you can do with going through the crushers, you have to remember as well that logically it's still strength required, so you can push the stone umbrella, as they call it. Yes, we'll have a look when someone else goes through Shadow. It shouldn't take overly long. TTT had the magic, which... Didn't J-Bone go into TTT?
I'm not sure I completely understand Twin Dragons, but have a good day.
Ghost and Phoenix brings up a good point. We were worrying about Spirit Key logic and Shadow rises from the abyss. I like that. That's great.
Yeah, especially considering Shadow is pretty much an abyss.
Oh, yeah. The question is, of course, where in Shadows are double magic? It's always here, right?
Almost. If not Shadow, well.
And after the last couple of seeds I've played, it's nice to see a seed where lens isn't required.
Yeah, Siberian brings up a good point too. It could easily be in Shadow. I mean, Ganon's castle.
Yeah, you know what? That'd be fun as well. So we know this has to be the last key. Because we know the last check is gold scale. But that hinted. Yeah, it's actually a very quick seed. Well, for us at least. We still have.
I think Vargo was really getting tired of that White Wolfus.
White Wolfus is just a pain. I'm just going to point out as well the fact that Zeph is going to be the only runner that entered GTT that didn't have Song of Time. The only person who don't have it yet. This is pretty Wait, I like how Zeph's already marked Shadow, the Fire Arrow from Shadow. That confident that Bongo will not. Although, to be fair, Bongo only kills bad runners, like me.
Yeah, I've seen Bongo have his way with some people.
I kid, of course. Bongo can kill anyone. Bongo is very annoying.
Yes and no. I mean, it really depends on how generous his taps are.
Ooh. Yeah, that's the thing. We can sit here in the commentator's booth and be like, this is quite likely a jet seed. But the runners still have to put together all the pieces and work out if it actually is a dead sea, or if it's just us having more info. Well, we're getting their magic.
Yeah, we have the advantage of having all 4 runners on screen and getting all of the hints, and we're able to put them together, whereas they don't have that opportunity. So they themselves have to work out how they interpret their logic that they see.
True, true. The question is, of course, now that Zephyr's finished Shadow, where do we go next? Because they can now clear everything.
Honestly, I would choose the clear forest first. I mean, he's already gone halfway through it. Why not finish it?
True. The only problem with forest is you have to get back there. Bit out the way. Looks like that's the play they're going to make. Oh, nope, they're going straight in. This makes sense. You don't know what it is.
Oh, yeah, he's getting his orphan child here now that he's got magic.
It's a bomb shot. Nice actually, that's quite useful. Okay, so let's see where they go next. So Scaff already clears more GTG. Largo's going down to the waterfall. And J-Bone's looking like heading towards Jabu. Probably do those domain checks on the way.
You know, Zephyr's in a position right now. I mean, he's got everything he needs, but what he does is really the big question.
Not quite. They haven't gone Deku for their boomerang yet.
Yeah, that's true. He could make a child play here, but I mean, if he did that, he has the warp song now. So it's looking like... What is she doing exactly?
Looks like they're heading towards Forest via Goron City. That's my guess.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Yeah, that does seem to look like what he's doing. Which, I mean, is smart. It's probably the fastest way to get there, currently.
Their current inventory, I believe it is. Yes, Mirror is in Hinted Way of the Hero Jabu, which is locked behind the boomerang that's in Unhinted Deku Tree. Which is a medallion, at least.
Yeah, that. By logic, if he went and did those dungeons, he'd have everything he needed.
True. Whereas Margot is going about this in an entirely different way and going in through the front door.
Yeah. I can't even remember what it was. Hippie-ki-yay or something like that? Yeehaw. There we go. Let's do it.
Close enough. Everybody about to get their magic, which will put them in a nice situation where they're getting close as well. But I'd argue at this point they're closer, given that they have the boomerang already and the mirror shield. If I'm reading this correctly, all they gotta do is shadow for their go mode. I'm not sure why Zephyr's go for the Blitzer's jump setup when they have a bomb bag to do it easy. But it worked there, that worked. I won't question their efforts again. Apparently they're better at that than I am.
He opted to do the hard play when he has bombs. He could have, ground jumps, but
I guess it's safe for the quid. Safe for the quid. They both heading into their hinted Jabu, because if it's not Stone Jabu Way the hero, is this even random?
right? You're not wrong.
They're able to do their strength lock checks now.
Yeah. It's just pretty much from there, just straight to Phantom Ganon.
Pretty much, yeah. Because everyone knows this is the best dungeon in the game, with no flaws in it whatsoever, and everyone loves it.
Hardy har har.
And you'll be unsurprised that I could not keep a straight face with doing all that.
Right? Neither could I. Now the thing is, does he go out of his way to get all the other checks? I believe he's got, well, he only needs one more key, I believe, in the boss key, and then he's pretty much straight to Phantom Ganon, right?
I feel that Zephyr not having the boomerang or the mirror shield will keep looking.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well,
Because
he's got one more way of the hero, doesn't he?
I think, given they've seen the Stingray chest hint, they know they need the boomerang. So they're just looking for the boomerang. Once they have that, they will stop looking. Unfortunately, they won't find it here.
Yeah, not knowing is half the battle.
Oh, okay. This is a bold strategy. So, what's happening here is Zephyr's electing not to do the whole block push puzzle. Block push puzzle.
Yeah, that's a bit, if he falls back down, he's got to do it all over again.
Indeed. I believe they've done the floor master chest though, so it saves a ton of time. Because even with fast block push, blocks still take time.
Yeah, especially 3.
They were not quite getting the Kirby floor. Light arrows are reportedly in Spirit Temple, Child Side somewhere. I didn't actually get to see the check, unfortunately.
Yep, and here's after it is, he is going to continue to look for the boss key. He's got, I guess he's also kind of worried about the boomerang too.
Yes, because boomerang needs to be found for Zephyr to finish the seed. We'll get everybody's meant to find their hammer and realise, probably faster than a lot of us, but it's the logical lady is now dead.
Yeah, I'm just hoping he doesn't, you know, last location the boomerang because he decided to put off Deku forever.
Oh god, that'd be awful.
Because the way things are looking currently, it looks like he's trying to clear up all of his adult checks first.
At least the ones that matter. Okay, so there's the last key. There are no more keys in this dungeon. And all 5 small keys and the boss key.
Now he's just gotta get to Ganon, but he's, of course, we know, most likely he's gonna try and clear out the dungeon.
See, I would push progression here, Carp. The issue with that is, as well, I would have done Deku Tree before that, because that's me, I do Deku, but I either at the start of the game or when I go back to get Cyrus on.
Yeah, see, the thing here is the smarter play, but not necessarily the most optimal play, would be to get all your, I mean, as soon as you have the ability to clear out all your child checks, I would do it, because you don't want to have to come back again. once you go adult, because that's Boom Boom for you. Then there's not a whole lot that you absolutely need as an adult. I mean, as a child, to clear up all your child checks. Strength, bombs, boomerang, slingshot. I mean, that's all you really need.
True. Okay. So we have 3 people in the best dungeon of the game. It's fantastic commentary right now because everyone loves this dungeon so much we don't even need to talk about it, right?
Right. It's the best. It's absolutely not pointless at all. There's nothing wrong with it. The blocks aren't meant to be annoying just for the sake of being annoying. The puzzles aren't annoying for the sake of being annoying. It's perfect.
I mean, at least in Randomizer, this dungeon's a lot more streamlined. In vanilla, you literally have to back. In non-random, you've got to go back through half the dungeon again. When you get your bow, to go back and hit the switch to get your boss key.
Yeah, and vanilla, it requires a lot of backtracking. It's kind of... I mean, the game was great for what it was when you were a kid, but once you're an adult, you realize a lot of things. And then one of those things you realize when you're playing this game vanilla for the first time in 15 years is there is an awful lot of backtracking.
Right, so I did see a question for a quick rundown of the seed. It basically summed up in a few item locations. First strength was on horseback archery in hinted where the hero grew the fortress. Second strength was in the pot in Shadow, which we're not entirely sure is strength locked yet or not. What else? Magic was in DTG. What else do we need to mention?
It's really odd seeing J-Bones play here too, by the way. Considering, you know, progression is in GTG and in Gerudo Valley, he opted to do Child Spirit first.
I think it's more in this case the fact that they are just looking for stuff like that. Oh yeah, there's light arrows. Oh, they got a hug from the War Master. That's one way to get back to the start, I guess. Both hook shots were obtained really early. In fact, both hook shots for Zephyr were pre-5 minutes. Because they got both hook shots on the way to do chickens. And then proceeded to not have an Ocarina for 40 minutes. That's pretty much the major events that have happened, honestly. Boomerang was in Way the Hero Jabu. No, Boomerang was in Deku, sorry. So Way the Hero Mirror Shield in Jabu. I promise I can words. And yeah, that's about the gist of things. Oh yeah, and we know there are no Zelda by lock keys in Spirit. Because they're at Spirit, you can't get Zelda by good logic. I think Jay did indeed skip GTG, looking at this. They have their first strength, but they haven't got a magic meter. And we haven't found the second one yet. so Zephyr's almost done with West Temple. Well, I have something else to talk about in a second, I promise. That's about a third of the way through. Vargo's hit the halfway mark. And J-Bone's about to go into Sunblock Room. Using flame storage. And I'm going to take a moment to chill out. Ice traps are fun. Okay, now for everyone's favourite boss, Phantom Ganon. Everyone loves this boss. Just look for the real one, shoot him in the face 3 times. No horses were harmed in the making of this boss. Then play tennis for a bit. Everyone loves tennis, right? Also, I just realised how many keys you get going through the Child Side of Spirit. Because there's one more on the hand, that'll be 4. I've got 4 keys in this dungeon. Hey. Okay, so Zephyr was on 5 hits with the Master Sword there. Or 5 crouch stab, which means he's now in his most difficult attack set, where he has 2 main attacks, either playing tennis like you just saw, or he goes for a rainbow dash attack at you. Which, that's always fun. And he's dead. J achieving their 4th key in Spirit Temple. And playing Sunset. Oh, of course they're going over to Nocturne to do dump digging. That's quite clever. Okay, so what is Zephyr going to do next? They haven't warped away, so that excludes doing Spirit, because you can't really walk there from here unless you want to take a very long time. I feel we're going to head down to Water Temple next. So do as much of it all as you can. Deku might be their last. Oh, we can't really complete Spirit until they've gone to Deku because they need to get the Mirror Shield, but they can do all of Water. Seems like the next play. Vargo is approaching his favourite mini-boss, Meg, and Gavin is just 1 po behind. Zero there grabbing their Code of Light. It's quite interesting, really. That Jay would do some of GTG, but not the rest of it. I mean, they've got a few keys on the right and left. Casually getting that flame storage trick. Broad City's still foolish. Margot and Gavin only just high-fiving as they both enter, as one enters and one leaves the same room. Oh. It was a fantastic setup, don't get me wrong. That was a good setup there from Jay. Just casually tidying up. Check there. I'm still not very good at that one. And some skulls here. Let's put them to, if I get them all, 19. Checking 10 skulls. We know it's dead. We can ignore it. I wonder where Begumon's sword is, honestly. We have Begumon. We haven't really got a need for it, but Big Stab is always nice. I don't think we've seen it. I don't think we've seen 20 skulls at all, no. As far as I'm aware, not one runner has 20. We've seen 10 at least once. 10's happened. Okay, Jay is entering the well. This is actually a play I'm surprised it wasn't made sooner. We know there's nothing majorly game-breaking in it. There could be a second magic. And that would be quite important because second magic would probably bail Jay out from having to go back to CTG at all. Which would save him quite a bit of time. This could also be massive bait, of course. Down up, and down up, and finally just decides to jump down the well. Meanwhile, Zephyr is in fact going into Water Temple, and we have two runners in the Phantom Ganon fight, which is about as interesting to watch as real tennis. That's a little unfair, actually. I like tennis, it's quite relaxing to watch. Oh. Right, now for a fun and entertaining game of where the heck is the ball? Oh. Meanwhile, all these siblings are coming to give Zephyr a hug. And little creatures, aren't they? Oh, hello? Bonk, Master Potato Hater, and Zephyr. I like that. That's good. We're getting a fun. We had a fun, engaging view there for a second. The back of Zephyr's head. I'm thinking it's probably going to be nothing in the well. Going in this late, we know there's nothing in the well. Nothing that springs the seed. Anyone hasn't played Zelda's Lullaby? They definitely have it. Do they have it? Not sure they have it. Not sure they've been up that way yet. Their personal tracker, a little unclear on my end. Okay. Bring it to well. Yes, hammer. So yeah, yes, I've had it. Yeah, of course. Hello. Hello.
I have no clue what happened.
You're a bit quieter now. Was that lens? That was lens in the map. That's not quite where it's meant to be. Still no luck for Bosky in the water temple. Is there Bosky in the water temple?
I guess I'm gonna have to go and get a new headset or something.
Oh, that's not fun. Zelda's Lullaby was in the Minuet of Forest check. The Minuet of Forest check being, of course, Locked Behind Saria's song, which is on Prelude, which no one's got yet. Gav and Varg finished off Forest. Gavro's gone to Shadow. Varg's wandering a little bit. J-Bone did a lot of stuff out. Found the lens, that's about it. They can't use it, but they found it. And Zephyr's just tidying up some water temple. It makes sense. It looks like they found the Boss King. Yep, there goes the boss. They must have missed the Boss King. My attention span is legendarily low, I swear.
He's just pushing all adult content. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I mean, he is pushing a lot of content.
I mean, adult content? Our Zelda speedruns. ZSR loot there, my friend.
Adult checks and everything. But, yeah. He's... Well, at least what he's doing right now isn't taking a whole lot of time.
True. You need to do it anyway. Everyone needs to do it anyway. So, doing this is usually costing you 0 time. Well, I say literally 0. It should still be inefficient, but you still need to do the dungeon, so do the dungeon, you know? Bonk.
Yeah, it's just, it's an additional puzzle push, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I just said bonk there for Gavroni, but I don't think it's a bonk if you bonk into a spinning blade.
That's a yikes.
I think it's more of an ow, my torso.
Yeah. It's pretty painful. And I can speak from experience. Not myself, but I've been a nurse for many people that have done many a dumb thing.
I mean, that's the human condition, I suppose. Dumb things.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Well, Zeph is going to Spirit. I don't think they've paid much attention to the hints here.
They really haven't.
Unless they're hoping the boomerang is in here. They haven't been here as child yet.
And this is gonna be a double duck, honestly. Why, maybe even a triple, who knows?
It's
Yeah, it would
gonna
have to
be
be
a
a triple,
triple.
you could have.
It's gonna be a triple over 2 different ages here. Because you need to go get your light arrows. Ooh, we're seeing 20 skulls. Seen this yet?
Dev, I agree and I disagree at the same time. He knows he's missing something, and he knows where the hero locations are.
Yeah, they need the mirror in Jabu, but for that they need the boomerang, which they don't know the location of. So this makes enough sense. Oh yeah. No, the boomerang chest is actually hinted there. It's actually on the compass chest.
Nice.
Hey, so that's the iron boots. I think that is a case of Gavaroni is actually in go.
Yeah, I guess.
No,
but
they're missing
everything
the
he
strength.
needs.
They're missing the strength,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they're going to get it in about 4 or 5 minutes at max. Depends on how long the next room goes through. Probably not less, actually. I always make less all the time.
And here we see Zephyr doing the smart.
The smart play forced upon them because they got locked out of spirit. Question is, does the smart play involve doing deck retreat first?
Honestly, I'd do child cleanup at this point. It's literally like the most obvious thing to do, honestly.
He's saved, he's not equipped bombs. Wonder what he's doing.
I guess he's gonna try and do market games like the shoe bowling and stuff like that. I don't know.
Okay, so Gav's in spirit. Oh, no, wait. Okay, that's interesting. Strength's not strength lock. Oh, both keys were in the room. Is the lower key logically locked by the strength block? Because you're in a situation at that point where that second strength is strength 1 locked as if both of those keys are require the strength. As far as I'm aware, the top one does. Yeah, that's why I was assuming there.
This is not exactly what I had in mind about child cleanup, but I mean, I guess you can do anything.
Might as well get it done. And there's Gav already go mode. Ready for the go mode at 154. Well, chased on the hunt for magic. Well, didn't pay out.
So yeah, the other magic most likely is in game.
At this point, I think it has to be, yeah. Unless it's somewhere really at the way, like Ice Cavern. Did we go Ice Cavern yet?
I don't think anybody's gone to Ice Cavern yet.
Could be there. Never's gonna go into here, do the stuff. Find the boomerang. And then probably go straight to Jabu to finish off there. And that puts some spirit away. Because I guess a good child spirit as well.
Honestly, that's what I would do at this point. Since you're already child, you don't want to do a double pedestal race.
I mean, they have to go child spirit because I think the reason they left spirit is because they didn't have the keys.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought he might have been guild locked, but yeah, that makes sense too.
No, he left far too early for it to be really shield locked. That's like deep spirit for that. Vargofly. There we go, I'll do that. Getting a nice little hug from the gimlet.
I wonder what it's like to be hugged by a guild bro.
Probably not very pleasant. They're trying to eat your brains.
I don't know, aren't they absorbing your life when they hug?
That's also a possibility. I don't think it's very pleasant still. Wait, that's his personal thoughts. I could be wrong in it, but I'd rather not have my brain eaten.
Right. The hug of death.
Big pose for J-Bone, okay.
That would be an interesting place to have the second magic.
It would definitely bail J out considerably. Of course, that is back to GTG. That's a time sink you don't want to have to make if you don't have to.
Yeah, an unnecessary double dipping errors. A big oof.
Let's see what it is. Funny.
Any team never buy shielders here?
Yeah, I'm more of a buy shield responsibly.
Yeah, I agree.
Questions now become which way do you go? And there's Zephyr's go mode. No, it's their glow mode. Sorry.
Yep, you still gotta hit that child's spirit side.
Ah, they were just doing lower end of Hyrule Field.
Yeah, this is... Wasn't Hyrule Field hinted foolish?
What foolish I've written down is Lake Hylia, Goron City, and Water Temple.
Oh, okay.
Which of course means the key can't really be that early, can it? Boss key. I had to go looking for it was enough. So we have Gavarini about to finish up Shadow Temple, getting to play with everyone's favourite boss, Bongo Bongo. And then they have Foolish Water and potentially Go Mode Spirit. Which is quite
Yep,
nice.
and here we have Queen Zelda about to be cut down to size, I suppose, or beat down to size in this case.
Zephyr might still be in the lead on Restream based on the fact they've cleared Shadow and Water. They do have to go back to Child Spirit to get a key though.
Barg isn't too far behind currently.
Barg has about half a dungeon behind Gav, who is, I think, in second place, if not first.
Yeah, it depends
Jay
on how long it takes for him to double dip, spirit, clear Jabu and stuff. It's close.
Oh, yes, Jabu over there. And at this point, I feel I need to wish everyone a happy 2-hour mark.
Oh yeah, happy 2 hours, everybody.
Let's hope for these runners' mental states that it stays it gets the 3-hour mark, because this seed does not seem like a seed that will hit 3 hours for the runners.
Yeah, it really should, and I'm surprised we haven't even seen a first place yet. But I don't know who all is running.
There's still enough variance here that I can see people not going to all the right calls.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the huge bait for, you know, all dungeons. It was there, it was definitely there, but, I mean, if you can read logic, it was, you know, well, I wouldn't say straightforward, not all dungeons, but, I mean, it also depends on who gets what hints, who checks what hints, you know?
True. I didn't get a good look at Jay's sphere in the area, but they struggled going through, what's the word? Going through horseback archery, having to go farm money at one point. I'm not sure how far they dipped.
Did he just buy the fire tunic? I mean the Goron tunic?
Yeah, it looks like they're going into Fire Temple.
Oh no.
Let's see what they're missing. They're missing magic and iron boots, and their second strength, which Rob just found, and that puts them into go mode, I believe.
Jay is definitely taking a risk here.
Yeah, Jay's going into fire looking for either a strength upgrade or a magic meter at this point. We know they can't find the strength. We don't know if they can find the magic. And
Yeah,
they
we
have.
know
So,
You know where all three magics, all three strengths are. We don't know where the second magic is, but it is most likely in Ganon's tower. That's the most likely magic locked place it could be at. It's got what? 13 checks? 9 in light trial?
8 checks in like trial, 2 in spirit, 2 in shadow. It's 14. Gans Bosky chest 15. Forest has 1 for 16, and water has 2 for 18. Minus 2 for keys. There are 16 checks in there.
Yeah, that's a pretty big location for magic.
We also see J-Bone leaving. Just say it.
That's a good idea.
Which one I have next? Let's bongo arrows after you've already beaten bongo. That's what they call bongo arrows.
You know, Zeph has to be really mad right about now.
Oh yeah, that boomerang was easy.
Grab deciding to clear out spirit first.
Jay walking out of Fire Temple, heading up towards Goron City, looking like heading to a nice cabin. And when they pull out Alfred and decide to go to Requiem instead of going back to TCG.
Yeah, they're doing a bit space, man. Honestly, though, I feel like just taking Epona to Weirdo Valley is probably faster, though.
If you can reverse and you've already opened the gates, reversing is faster. But if you don't open the gate, or you mess up reverse, I think twice, or once at this stage, it's faster to get home. Oh, this is slower than normal for Zeph. They're like nuts. And now they're going to Prelude?
I don't understand.
I think they may have realised they forgot to open the gate.
Big old F.
Which if they did, and they realised then, that's... Yeah, that's an F, honestly. Okay, so Zeph has their Meta Shield. They're going back to Charleston to get a key.
Here we go. No triple dipping. Wait, yeah, it is triple dipping, but it's a lot better than it could be.
Well, I think it's more 2 and 1 at this point, rather than straight up 3. at this point we have, it's technically a different dungeon.
Yeah, that's true.
Technically.
Gav is catching up pretty quick.
Everybody is in the Twin Rover fight. Sorry, Troll Rover, my apologies.
Yeah, once you get this medallion, he'll be tied with Zephyr. And then Zephyr's got to do the entirety of Adult Spirit. Whereas, Water is Vanillus, and he wasn't buried too deep. It's the race now, folks.
Now, here's the question we're going to ask ourselves. This is the key. Okay, good. Zephyr's carrying on. I've had situations in the past where I have gotten that chest and immediately left.
Yeah, I've done that myself a few times in the past. It's like, okay, I was key locked, this is what I need. And then you go back and that's where the mirror shield was.
Oh, almost losing the Mecha Shield there, being saved by cutscene immunity upgrade. Also, thank you for the subscription ad today, Fates. We appreciate you. Right, here we go. Zeph is in true go mode. Three runners in go mode. One runner in oh my god, where's magic mode? Water boss key, I didn't get enough. No, I didn't manage to see it, unfortunately. I know the water level got raised from bottom to top, so I'm assuming it's somewhere on the bottom.
Let's see how annoying this fight is.
I'm already getting a very clean one cycle there.
Nice.
Nice and tidy. Jay's gone back to DTG. He might be following everyone else soon. Magic is effectively their go mode because it puts them into shadow, where the other two things they need are. I can't help but feel it's too little too late to be catching everyone else though, because they still have 4 medallions left.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Once he fell behind, he stayed behind.
On the plus side, they have only been to go mode all of them once they beat Shadow.
Yeah, it's just a dungeon rush from there.
Shadow's their first one, they can just beat.
Especially if they know key logic and everything, can avoid wasting a lot of time in all these dungeons too.
Oh yeah. Also, can we just bring up the fact for a second that the Go mode dungeon is Forest Milano?
That is
As
prelude, right?
as so often happens, Forest Medallion is the last dungeon. It's either the last one you get or the first.
Yep, pocket or last.
What the heck?
Yeah, I've seen that happen a lot.
Never not finding many keys here. We know that Charles could reach 4 of them. Because that's how many everyone else left with. Gavin, remember they have the horse halfway across the field. Yes, of course it is.
This is pretty much it for Zephyr. All he's gotta do is Yep, get the last key, lower the bridge, and well, go platform if you have it. And then he just rushes to another.
The rover, then straight up the tower to get crispy bacon. Oh, it's a nice trap. You love to see it if you're not the runners.
Right.
Never taking the risk that the boss isn't in the map chest. Probably a
I'm
bit of an
surprised.
edgy.
Surprised we don't have a bot that keeps track of how many times the players have gotten frozen.
I mean, there's only 6 ice traps in the seed, so...
I mean, in total.
Hey. Damon's about to go in here with 6 keys, feeling pretty confident they can get to the middle, grab the first check, and realise, oh yeah, I'm a dingus. Better keep going because they haven't got all stuff. Oh, wait.
How do YouTube manage your squad stream?
And that's the question.
Oh, Jay just got magic. Oh, it's how do you manage your squad stream? I can't tell you too much on that one. I'm just a calm person, but you could ask one of the admins in the Discord, maybe.
Speaking of the Discord, if you want to learn more about OT or OT Rando, or just chat to some awesome people who also like the Rando, get help from stuff, I can get beaten to the command.
Sorry. Well, it's not me, but sorry nonetheless. Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. Someone got there. Yeah, it's definitely you can go to the top and then jump back down to do the map chest. It's all strategy. Didn't pay out though. Just $20. And there's the boss key in water.
Oh, it was in that room. Okay.
Back wall. That's actually a pretty nice place for it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was too far out of the way when I saw Zephyr doing it.
It is actually completely possible to get that key without changing water level at all. This needs a hell of a lot of that. Bomb shoes. Well, bomb shoes. It needs a hell of a lot of bomb shoes. One. Gargoyle has obtained their arrows of mystical light. And they are now
Zephyr getting meme arrows.
Bongo is down. Logic. Is Bongo go mode?
Gav is rushing now, and he's got Morpha, and then after that, I think he's just rushes Ganon, I believe.
Oh, Bongo hasn't got Prelude. They never actually got what's it called? They got Prelude from the grave they just ran over, so we're just heading down to Temple Time this way. An interesting question, actually. Do you check a song that's on your way back to the Temple of Time as a child? Try and find Prelude to get back quicker.
I Oh, no, that's a really tough answer, honestly.
Because I feel at that point you've probably saved more time just getting the. And if you luck out, it's the right song. Great. If not, you've not lost that much time.
Yeah, it could be. It's a gamble.
If you know most of the rest of the other songs in the game, then it's definitely worth grabbing it. Gavroni is done, essentially. They just need to go and beat the pig.
Yep, get some bacon, get the girl, and then.
Essentially. As of this moment right now in the scene, no one is finished, so Gav could take first place.
Yeah, it's really possible. Zephyr is in a place nobody wants to be in right now. Essentially his win really relied on getting good RNG
I
from
had to open
Twinova.
my mouth. Sora has finished in first place with our 218.32.
Oh, nice.
I had to say it, didn't I?
Yes, he did. My bad. I just hate being in Zephyr's place right now. He's got to rely on Koma and Kotake's RNG BS, and that's just ouch.
Oh, that was actually a really friendly one.
Yes, it was. That was really close.
Oh, Rover got a troll. I couldn't agree more. I got fly not that far behind.
Yeah, your winky face is ready.
Welcome to Twitter Phase 2. The easy one. Oh, definitely giving me a heart attack there.
Yeah, that was close. That was way too close for comfort. That could have ruined the cycle.
They get in their lovely iron boots. Definitely getting a lovely one cycle as finishing their final dungeon as Gav is currently climbing the tower in the Iron Knuckle fight.
Yep, Gav's almost there. Zephyr just needs to rush.
I'm just gonna share the comment that Sora put into the room for a second there. Sloppy yet satisfying.
That is great.
I think that deserves
Yes, it does, as a matter of fact.
Find it, there it is.
Sloppy yet satisfying.
And if you too want cool emotes like ZSR Lou, ZSR Hype, and ZSR GG, and now we're gonna have to go and grab to show off, then you too can subscribe to ZeldaSpeedRuns. It helps support the content you're watching right now, and we also have some interesting sub goals that you could also help contribute towards.
Yeah, it was Trez's concert, and I'm not sure exactly what that is about, but I mean, it's Trez, and it's got music, I guess.
What's the command? Is it mod exclusive? If so, can a mod please run it as Gavroni goes into... There we go. Sub goal. Of course it's non-slow. Thank you, Victor. Yes, Trez Ocarina concert. I'm curious about that.
Yeah, I am too. Does that mean he learned how to play an Ocarina? Because I mean, if so, that would be like amazing.
That's pretty cool. And as Zephyr enters the tower, Gavaroni collapses it, and Cuphead finishes in second place at a time of 2:22.12.
That is a really satisfying number to look at. If only it was in microseconds.
Could have been 2:22.22. A number that I would call $5.
Oof.
Oh no. The fact that I knocked against town, that probably cost them the win.
Yeah.
That's a horrible death to take, and still, very good time.
Very,
220.
very good time.
22 is nothing to sneeze at. I don't know, that was... Oh, it's about 4 minutes actually, I can't... Yeah, that's a Ganondorf death for that, I think. Still a horrible place to die though, to be honest. You don't want to
Honestly,
take a death too, They are the second hardest hitting enemy in the game. Ooh, nice slice. I should be called with my knuckle, but...
Very, very, very close. Oh, Sponge sniped him!
Oh,
no.
Snipe from the salty spot. We still got the salty Gavaroni. Third place with a time of 2:23.48. And if I can trouble you all in chat to prepare your GGs. As the pig has been fried and bacon is served on Gavaroni's side. With an official race time, my apologies, I forgot to move, of 2:24.15. GG. Really, very respectable time. Even if you were slightly respectable. Zephyr, only a couple minutes behind.
Yeah, Zephyr, I mean, made really good time, all things considered.
Oh, sorry. And with that, here's Gavaroni. GG's.
GG, Mr. Gavaroni.
I played really badly, but we made it work in the end.
I
Recycling Goma like a champ.
The best way to play.
I think most of it was okay. I did GV Lake because Barrel was in my chat and I wanted to troll him and show him how bad it was because he still does GV Lake. And it was terrible. As you can see, Lake was barren and they didn't have anything. So yeah. Then I 3-cycled Goma. Lost a minute to Rova because she didn't want to shoot. Literally got 5 troll cycles in a row to start the fight.
Oh god. Yeah. Could move her is a
the jump the
fantastic.
first time.
So, what did you think of that scale hint in Shadow?
Well, it made me skip some checks in the forest. I don't know if people saw that, but I was like, I know it's literally impossible for strength to be in here because one is on frogs and forest access was locked by beating spirits. So I was like, well, you can't get the frogs one because that's locked by spirit, and you can't get here without beating spirit. So I was like, I'll take the gold scale and then skip 4 checks in forest or whatever. But then I just got the irons in shadow, obviously. So
Yeah.
How did you think of the seed?
I thought it was actually kind of interesting. I mean, I did something that like a lot of players don't do, and that like I didn't route Minuet in on purpose because it wasn't accessible. and I think it actually probably saved me time because I didn't end up doing like any fairy fountains or anything because I didn't have ZL. And then the first time I was able to walk there, I was able to beat the dungeon. It was still out of logic at that point, but it was so likely that ZL was there. And I didn't really have anything better to do. I could beat the medallion dungeon. But other than that, it was all your items were pretty much on the path, I think.
Yeah, we had to think for a while about ZL being on Minuet, because we were trying to work out if it was logical AD.
Yeah, I actually thought it was logical AD for a while, and then I found the hammer in Forest, and I was like, well, I guess that kind of ruins that idea.
Oh, and oh god, I'm sorry to interrupt for a second. In traditional restream, K-Pura half finishing in 5th for a time of 2:37.29, sniping Zephyr finishing in 6th for a time of 2:27.45.
Not even a second.
15-16 second difference there.
It's quite snipe. Sponge sniped me too.
Yeah, we're gonna have a restream of snipes for this, right?
Really though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything I need to ask. I think there's actually anything major that needs to question. Oh yes.
Hello, hello.
And here is Zephyr, aka Mr. Potato. GG's.
Hey, thanks, man. GG's, Gav.
You couldn't skip with this seed, could you?
No,
Yeah.
no. I got it at about 40 minutes.
Yeah, he took his sweet old time getting that Ocarina.
Due to your potato skip earlier in the game, you were the first person to get a long shot.
Dude, I was dying.
5-minute chickens.
Oh, yeah.
That had to have been a record, by the way.
I think that's the best that potato skip has ever worked out for me.
Did the Ocarina for anything, so.
Yeah.
I have to ask, when you knew you had Wave the Hero and Job, why did you insist on doing Adult Queen?
At what point?
Doing progression.
Yeah, you just everything.
Play there.
You were missing the near shield and everything. And
Yeah, that Way of the Hero Jabu. How long? When did you find that?
I found it pretty early because it's outside Temple of Time, right?
Yeah. Oh god, Temple of Time had so many slaves today.
It was also at the back of the lake. I
stuff.
was like, oh, this is perfect. I did GV Lake, and I'm actually going to get paid off for no reason. And then the job hints just sitting in front of me.
That was amazing first step.
I guess like after I did. When did I do adult cleanup? Like after Shadow kind of thing?
Yeah, just spirit.
Yeah, you want to spirit and
But to be fair, push to that. I guess you were looking for the boomerang at that point.
I mean, yeah, like at that point, after I did GTG, it led into and horseback archery. It led into being able to do Shadow and Forest, and then going through Shadow, I got Strength 2 and Irons. So I'm like, okay, I can get water, even though water is barren. But I mean, it might as well just finish the medallion. And so I did Forest after Shadow, but I was checking things along the way because I mean I knew that at that point I knew that all I needed was Boomerang because I was still missing light arrows, but I knew that it wasn't going to be the light arrows with Hero and Jabu because that's not a thing.
Thank you, version 5.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of was just doing checks along the way towards like Forest and Water. And like with Potato Skip, like not doing Open Grotto to Owl or Open Grotto like Valley Lake kind of thing, it kind of makes me hesitant with the South Hyrule grottos So that's why I was checking those along the way to water. And because I've had
she's a boy.
the open grotto kind of screw me before when I've done potato skip because I don't check it until super late. So I kind of figured just check those things along the way. And then after I finished water and I dipped into spirit, I mainly was just seeing if I was key locked, and if I wasn't key locked, then it's a pretty dense area even without mirror shield.
At least 2 people climbed up the whole of Child Spirit and found 4 keys.
Oh, gee.
Including one on the right hand as well.
Oh, nice.
Because of course, why not? Why
Yeah,
not?
exactly. But yeah, and then I just went child, and then I guess I did some extra stuff before going back to do Deku, but I still also haven't done Lon Lon Ranch. So like that was kind of like
I didn't have that song.
I didn't do Saria or I didn't do Lon Lon Ranch.
Never have the experience to opponents.
So like I went adult at like 20 minutes or so, Gav, with doing like potato skip through Goron City and then down through Kak. And then I didn't go back child until 2 hours.
Yeah, this was an interesting seed. Songs really didn't have as much power in this seed as they usually do.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't feel like I was too hindered without having an Ocarina at the beginning.
Yeah, I think the only thing that was really to like play Requiem
Mm-hmm.
and eventually see that, obviously.
Yeah.
Requiem being where it was super nice. Where it was actually. It was definitely not OOT, which is nice.
Oh, what was Requiem?
The bad for forgetting.
The Bolero, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's what I was right, yeah. And that into Nocturne was just super nice.
I derped when I thought I had magic for some reason. Like I got Nocturne or Requiem and played it, and then I was like, wait a second. Well, I guess I gotta make it look like I'm doing something, so I went and bought a shield.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what are you doing?
And then I was like, well, I'm gonna go Jabu before Fortress because it's way the hero, and I don't want to get like strength there or something and be at missing checks in GTG. So, and then I ran right past the shield shop as a child. I was like, I just literally wasted a minute and a half. But whatever.
Oh, God. I mean, that magic in GTG was a nice place for it, actually, about it.
Yeah, it was a lot better than it could have been.
Yeah, the scene was pretty. I mean, they made you go to Fortress because of the way the hero. Without furores, you're probably. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody in this race that decided to not go into GTG, but most players probably go into GTG there and get your magic, and then everything is kind of just straightforward from there. With strength and irons, Wolf and Shadow, and then if you hadn't gone Jabu, it was Way of the Hero, and I think it actually had to be Mirror Shield at that point, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a wallet in Zora Tunic, so it couldn't even have been bait.
We were still trying to work out, was the strength in Shadow strength locked? It turns out no, because of
No,
the
it wasn't. Yeah.
It's like,
Wait, it wasn't?
Or no, it might have been actually. Was there a
'Cause
key
it was
on...
a-
Oh, there was a key on top of the spec.
There's a key on top and a key on the bottom.
Yeah, I guess you only need 2 keys.
Oh.
To put them, sure.
Yeah, that's true.
There
That's
is
true.
in the pot.
I think the theory is that the strength went to hero because you weren't getting the Frogs 2 one.
Yeah, you needed to beat Spirit to do Frogs too, no matter what. You were able to figure that out pretty early in the season. So, strength had to be over here.
I mean, the only Frogs 2 hint we saw was on Nocturne of Shadow Hintstone. We saw that pretty late.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that actually like made me have to think as I was like going into Shadow. I was like, wait a minute, strength 2 on Frogs 2, and then I'm like, wait, let me look at my hints and all these other songs that I know where they are.
Yeah,
And I'm like, wait a minute, yeah, that logically can't be strength 2. or even technically, like, there's no possible way to get that. Yeah.
Sorry, he's locked behind spirit somehow. I guess I'm pretty sure it has to be a prelude, right? I think something was hinted at Nocturne, right? Serenade, I want to say.
Yeah,
I think we came to
Serenade was
the
at
conclusion-
Nocturne, Bolero was an ice.
Little quad there, what was that?
Oh, it's like, yeah, I think we came to the conclusion that, Arios was one trip.
I obviously didn't check that I was in go mode by the point time I went back to the world. I think it had to be.
Based on the song we've got, I think it's the only one that fits the jigsaw.
But honestly, the songs, the layout for the songs in this seed were wacky, to say the least.
There were some good locations for songs.
Yeah,
What
it
was
was interesting. This is probably the seed I played ZL in the least ever, and I think it was literally twice. Or three. Wait, once to lower the water, once to raise the water, and once to move the boat.
I was thinking Compass, Chest, and Spirit as well, but that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I didn't do it. I knew there was something in the there couldn't be the boss key in those checks, so I skipped all the ZL checks. You had to be able to beat Spirit without ZL because ZL or Spirit locked the ZL. So.
Oh, yeah. I guess I would have done that if I had the other 2 songs from 3 songs.
Sure. Yeah.
Because I rushed to like the top to lower the platform after I got 2 keys in the child climb.
Yeah, I was
Because
wondering
like-
about that.
I was like, well, I'm just gonna rush up because I didn't know the song layout. I thought that Saria was either on Saria or Malin because that would give forest access. So I was like, okay, well, it's probably one of those 2. So I didn't know that logically you would have needed forest access for ZL, so those ZL lock checks wouldn't be fucking the boss key, but I kinda had to do 2 trips up the adult side.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Just going to take a moment here to shout out the rest of our top 10. Alligatua finishing in 7th place with a time of 2:30:01, just missing the 2:30. Steven Bobo finishing in 8th with a time of 2:31:37. Mr. Martin in 9th with a time of 2:34:18, and C. Falcon in 10th with a time of 2:36:53. And Largo, currently climbing the tower in the Iron Knuckle Room, using bomb shoes. I like this.
This is, yeah, I've seen this done 2 other times. I don't see it done all that often.
Actually,
When you got 3/4 of a heart, I feel like you got to.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that.
don't do the double kill with Master Sword. It's actually fast. They drop trees in it. I didn't do it. I never do it, but that's what the purchase boys say. It's faster to just
Oh,
Oh
J-Bone.
no.
J-Bone
that's-
missing the Mercial shot. Fortunately, you still get 3 of the same in a row.
Yeah.
Because you haven't won a single one. Yeah, I'll be honest. Bomb Shoe Iron Knuckles is how I did it in vanilla. Ooh! Team is finishing 11th with a time of 2:40:41. Sniping high-cut speedruns by 2 seconds.
Oh.
That's a beautiful snipe. You only hate to see it if you're eye-cut.
Anyway, I'm gonna take off, guys. Thank you for the restream.
Thank you
GG's
for
again, Gav.
running and calming us.
Please, effort. Thanks for tracking everyone and calming and doing what you do. Go follow everyone that raced.
Yeah, go follow me.
Yes, if you want to follow our runners, I'll probably get beaten to the command, but nope, there we go. I've already Block Off Fly. That name is just starting to really hurt my brain. Defo and J-Bone. Thank you to everyone else, and thank you for running and interviewing. And with that, Doc keeps finishing in 13th for a time of 2:41.53 as Vargo goes into the Ganon fight. And J-Bone is short 2 dungeons. 2 broken ones to get to as well. Forest of Water, no warp songs. Not even Bolero. That's going to be a long walk.
Water is...
And there's Colorless finish, 14th place, 2:42.34. That's going to happen eventually. Ganon. I feel it's been a good scene to commentate. There's been some interesting stuff in it.
Yeah, I mean, this just goes to show, I mean, not every seed is...
Not every seed can be hot garbage.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Some can actually be pretty awful. Pretty awesome. Well, awful, yes, but as Barbara goes to finish off the pig, and J-Bone goes to Barren Water.
Yeah, Jay is just kind of suffering the side effects of not going back to GTG when he should have. But I mean, he's still doing great. I mean, as far as picking back up the pace, he knows, you know, he doesn't have to do every single check in all these dungeons. He's got what he needs.
We're still going to be a respectable finish. And while we've got a little bit of dead air, wait. Oh, I was about to shout at some people, but I guess we're going to let Vargo finish first. Finish about 15th, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, your GG's in the chat, please, folks. Oops, sorry.
He's, I mean...
There it is. Didn't like the scene, Alligator. And there's the finish. Vargoff Live finishing in 15th place with a time of 2:44.31. GG's. And while we've got a second, I suppose we can shout out commentators. So we'll get to the command before I can. Me, Sean Woody, and Waffle. And of course, what stream wouldn't be complete without our trackers?
Our trackers are, I mean, they're huge. They do a lot more than most people realize. They track pants, they track a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And I apologise if I get his name wrong, but welcome into the chat, Vargoff Live.
Pronunciation, you're not wrong, by the way. Because I'm dumb for making a dumb name. That was me in high school, blame me 15 years ago. I pronounce it Vargothly.
Vargothly.
It makes no sense, I'm sorry.
That's completely fine. GG's on your performance today.
Oh, I'm a wreck, to be honest. I gotta get more of these restreams. Like, I think the first time my heart rate spiked was B1 skip, and I failed it twice. And I was like, oh crap, 100 people are watching. I'm just not used to this, like... I'm not used to being good, I guess, is probably the way to say it. So I'm not used to being in situations where, like, I'm ahead or people are watching, like restreams, etc. So there were several scenarios where I was just like, wow, I need to slow down and calm down. B1 skip was one of them. I felt a couple times with Shadow. Every single time I played archery.
To be fair, the archery games, yeah.
I don't think I've ever missed a light arrow in Ganondorf. I really don't. I went into that with 2 arrows of magic. I was like, alright, that's fine. And then I missed the first one. Like, okay. So I had to pull out the 1 cycle, Master Sword 1 cycle with 10 hits, which I got.
Alright, there we go.
That's big.
We're just setting up for the 1 cycle.
Exactly. Also, shout outs to that Magic and GTG. That was like,
Oh, yeah.
that was the bailout for me because I went through. So I went through Fortress and I thought, okay, I can do almost all of GTG. I may as well do it. I don't have wind. I can't leave. Or I could leave, but I can't come back easily. So, you know, I prayed to the Church of GTG and went through all of it. Found nothing. I'm like, I'm gonna go through the maze and get nothing here, and I got magic. Like that is the biggest bailout I could have gotten probably.
Yeah, magic there is just opens up Shadow, which has the go mode.
And apologies for that because I read the hint outside that said frogs still had strength. So sorry, chat. Sorry, Restream. You wanted it. I'm sorry. I found strength 2 in Shadow.
Oh, we saw that hint for the first time, and we were like, "Is that required?" No,
I
it
was
can't
fully
be.
prepared. I was mentally calculating in my head. Okay, Sarias is where, and I was like, it's probably in Composer Grave because I had all the other songs. And so, well, it was either Composer Grave or it could have been Prelude Check, but I could get
The Composer Grave was Prelude.
Okay, so Sarias was on Prelude Check then, which
Sarias-
is after Shadow. So.
Sarias on Prelude requires Spirit, which means that had to be Strength 3.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, because of the zeal at Minuet, because everybody might have skips, and then we forget about the logic and go, huh? Wait, what? What happened?
You're not wrong.
yeah, I have to admit, the logic of the seed made me think a couple times. For example, Strength Way the Hero. Did that lock Strength 2? Is my question for about half the seed. The answer is no, of course. Because, you had enough keys to get there about needing Strength in Shadow. I had to think, because Way the Hero Strength makes you do that.
Yeah. I didn't really consider Strength Way the Hero, other than I knew that Spirit was required, so like there's probably 2 I need, and this is probably one of them. So I didn't think too hard about that.
Yeah, very expensive.
But yeah, I guess my biggest regret this seed was everyone saw the open. The open was very, very heavy with items, and also lots of really good hints. And I thought to myself, on like the 30 or 40 minute mark, I'm like, do I just go through with my normal-ish opening, do things like Adult Cack, Graveyard, etc., kind of be thorough, or do I play the seed as fast as it seems like? And I think I got to like Din's on King Dodonga, and I was like, okay, I need to play this a little faster than I'm doing right now, because this is probably a jet seed or close to it. At that point, I still had Jabu to do. I still had Fortress and all of GTG to do. I saw the long shot and Death Mountain Trail, so I knew where that was. And so it was like, there's a very good chance that I should just kind of disregard clearing stuff, which was a risk because I had basically no warps at all.
Oh yeah,
But after that, I was like, okay, go straight to Jabu, do that, go straight to Fortress, and then play from there.
it might interest you to know that. I was going to say something, I completely blanked what it was. Oh yeah,
I don't think
might
we've seen.
Go on.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't think we've seen too many people use much of any warp songs today.
Yeah, the one that got the most workout was Prelude.
Which I didn't even get.
It might interest you to know, by the way, that that long shot was obtained on Restream 5 minutes in.
I can imagine. Zephyr
Okay.
potato skipping?
Yep.
I knew it. I
Potato
freaking-
skip. And of course, going into 5 minutes.
Zephyr, I seen you in chat. I knew you were gonna do that. I was like, he got bomb twos, he's gonna potato skip, he's gonna either really good or really bad, but he's going for it.
Right.
He got at least, it was 10, I think.
It was a 10 pack, yeah.
It's not the 5-pack. The 5-pack's the biggest troll. The 10-pack you can do some things with.
5
And then
pack.
at least for me, I got like all the other bomb twos along the way. I think I had 40 at one point, so I was just like, I wasted them on stupid things like bombing Link the Goron.
Iron Knuckles sent out guards.
Iron Knuckles, yes. I was doing BGS strats without a BGS. That
Yeah,
was the panic there. And then I was like, wait
I'm
a
not
second.
sure that works, honestly.
Yeah, I hit the white one 4 times and the armor didn't break, and I went, wait a second. I got a problem.
Run away! But yes, it's definitely a good scene. Having all the information on Restream an hour and a half in made it entertaining for us.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. A lot of stuff I've never seen before. It's interesting, the last 2 days, well, today and yesterday, I've seen things I've never seen in Seeds before.
There's been some interesting stuff in this one. 4 keys accessible from Child Spirit was nice as well. Less pressure having to go look for them later. Unless you're Zephyr who goes to Adult Spirit first and plays up.
I also got locked out of adult, but I was pretty much in no mode at that point, so I wasn't concerned with doing mini jumps like the first 2. Yeah, I can just do it all at once. I had long shots, so if I needed to, like, long shot to kill the opponent's chest, I could do that.
And it paid off doing the first 2 Child Spirit as well, so getting locked out of Adult Spirit was probably a good thing. I thought I'd see that in my life.
Yeah, worst case scenario, I get to come back, which no big deal.
Yeah, Light Arrows though in Child Spirit was actually the least trolly place it could have been.
Yeah, it really
Trolley,
was.
what was the question?
Light Arrows being in Child Spirit was the least trolly place it could have been.
The least trolley, okay, yeah, that wasn't bad.
I was fully expecting people to have to climb the tower and end up getting the hint Fire Temple. Because I think one person went in and it was for the first check only on Restream.
I was hoping for light trial, but that's just me personally. I was like, I really want to get to strength 3.
We actually getting to see Frogs 2 on Restream would have been amazing. Also, I believe we've actually just had a triple snipe there on places. 4 finishes within a minute of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we see the second magic on the screen? By any chance?
Do it and knock it.
We have not seen the second magic.
Okay.
Not for lack of trying, but we have not seen the second magic.
I really do think it's probably going to be in Ganon's castle.
I think it's behind Frogs 2 at this point. But we'll know once we get spoiler of it once everyone's finished.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if you really want to find it, you go find strength 3 and clean out Ganon's castle or something. Other than that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot I didn't do. I didn't do the well. I didn't do ice.
Oh, whoa.
The 1 second snipe, very good.
1 second snipe, Johnny
We
Game
had like a
Show.
2 second earlier.
Johnny Game Show sniping Levi. Oh, yeah, you had 2 seconds out of 1 second today. I'm expecting to see him draw at some point.
Yeah, this is a fast seed, for sure. And I've had too many seeds lately that have just been nightmares, so I didn't play it as fast as I should have, which...
Must be nice to have a different seed experience then. Not having to worry about petroleum stuff and just focusing on not having all the dreadful checks.
Yeah, it was honestly a really generous seed.
EU players, if you're watching, I'd start worrying. Because normally, if NA is nice, EU's normally the worst troll.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
I mean, I think it's the worst a lot of the time they had Trez rolling seeds.
I tend to do better in EU seeds, though, for whatever reason. I don't know why. Me personally, I don't know why.
I've seen some pretty good EU seeds lately.
Yeah,
In general, I play better in seeds that are not really fast because I don't have top tier execution. I play seeds where the logic is either convoluted or there's like some good decisions. There's like some good gambles that can be made. Like, I was hoping the magic would really pay off because I'm not sure how many people stayed for GTG. I figure most people did, but I figured some might have been tripped up by that and not get the magic until later.
Yeah, A lot of people would have probably gone to GTG after getting at least strength 1 because you're in the area, GTG's annoying to get back to. You might as well.
Yeah, so that's where I gain time on some people, but overall I just need.
I
I need
mean,
to just
you went.
find out more execution-based stuff. I'm not bad by any means, but I'm not slick like everyone else is.
I mean, you also went in with Song of Time. I can name at least one person who was on Restream but didn't have Song of Time
Oh. How's it
at
going,
all.
I actually had to look and see where I got Song of Time from. I was like, oh, it's 3 song. Gee, I wonder who didn't do 3 song.
Yeah, I wonder.
That's interesting.
Honestly, though, it
This
kind
is
of paid
just-
off for him.
This is just crapping on Zeph the whole time. I say that and he beats me by, what did he beat me by?
I mean, I do
Like 10
respect
minutes.
it. I gotta respect Potato Skip. The number of times you said Potato Skip this stream has made me hungry. God damn.
Beat me by 17 minutes, never mind.
Yeah. I haven't had dinner yet.
Oh god.
But I mean, in all seriousness, it really did pay off for Zephyr in the long run. He got a lot of things early, and that really helped him, I think, kind of get a feel for the logic of the seed. He did a lot of progression.
Yeah, I commented in my chat, like after DC, I was like, this seed is really fast and it might just play itself. I still had a bunch of hints to go. And then, like I said, that's the time where I started really focusing on just hardcore, just doing Way of the Heroes and basically nothing else.
But... yeah, even is that another snipe? Dear God.
Yeah, 12 seconds.
I don't know what we define as a snipe necessarily. This is like
I-
maybe 15 or so for the cutscene, give or take.
Yeah, about 15-20 seconds. It's normally the length of the cutscene for me,
Yeah.
because that's normally very easy to find. But yes, GG's performance, that was actually a really fun one to watch.
Yeah, it really was. I've learned a lot, and that's one of my favorite things about these types of seeds. You always have something to take away.
Yeah, those are fun to play. The needle and haystack seeds are bad because you get to the point where I have 6 areas I can go and looking for an item and I'm out of hints. What do I do? That's bad. I don't like the real jet seeds. This one at least had a little bit of decision making.
True.
Really, the only big decision was how to do GTG, but that's not really that hard of a decision. I suppose some people take the strength and leave for forest or something. I don't know. Maybe people go to the well instead.
We did see the WoW.
The obvious decision was to do GTG, but yeah, there is other things you could do.
We did see the WoW today. They had lens.
Ah,
Good old French vanilla lens.
did we see Auroras anywhere?
Good question. No one had it marked.
I haven't seen it, but it would have probably been a lifesaver in this seed,
No
honestly.
tracker on Restream has it, so I'm guessing not. I know I didn't have it.
That's a good question in chat, actually. Like the XR, the next one for Ocarina of Time running is tomorrow at 3 PM Central European Time, 2 PM UK time, and
9
9
a.m.
AM
Eastern.
Eastern. Thank you. 9 Eastern or 7 Pacific, I believe. Is it 7 or 6 Pacific?
6.
It's 7.
6.
Oh, is it 6?
Yeah, of course, minus 8. Minus 8 compared to
Well,
minus 5.
I'm Eastern, so I just, yeah, it's -3 from Eastern.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, what much else I need to ask or say?
Does Restream chat have any questions? I think most people have more or less kind of tuned out at this point. We've got like almost 30 finishers.
Yeah, we got Jabo just finishing up the last dregs of Forest and then straight to.
Mr. Axolotl says he's the only one here.
Shout outs to Rev. He wanted a shout out. He watches my stream, so he gets a shout out. You're welcome, Rev.
Revolve Axolotl. I like that. I really like that name.
Right?
Dun, 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 dun. Another snipe.
Dr. Banana, that's a cool name.
Oh, banana. So we've got 2. Can't count. About 78 people left in the race.
No, I think it's go mode for phones. You just gotta beat Meg? Is this Meg, the blue one? The
Yeah,
purple one.
Yeah, Meg's the final one. I never met the winning.
Yeah, neither do I.
I know one of them's Joelle. How do you not fix it? Best also go for your edge practice.
Yeah, the first thing you have to do is figure out what exactly you're doing poorly on. I've been doing a lot of focus lately on logic, because I've personally been like, I need to figure out the logic of the scene first. I need to figure out what plays to make and when, what gambles are good or bad, things like that. So I do a lot of sims. Shoutouts to Scatters Simulator, by the way. Link is in the random Discord if you want to know what that is. I think I've got a pretty good handle on logic right now. So obviously I still make mistakes sometimes, but learning logic, learning what is and isn't possible, that's the biggest thing. That's the kind of thing where you can really cut like huge chunks of time off your seed, because if you don't understand logic, you make plays that just aren't reasonable. And I look back at some of my runs where I misread the logic, and I'm like, I'm going to locations X and Y, which are not in logic, are never going to be in logic, and they're not going to have my progression, and that's killer. That's 30 minutes, 45 minutes, gone immediately. So my suggestion is to get a really good handle on logic first. Obviously still play the game a lot, don't just do sims exclusively. Do play the game, do figure out mechanically how to play, because at the end of the day, this is OOT Rando, not OOT Sim Rando.
That'd be interesting to watch that.
Exactly. Everyone's done in 5 minutes now. But once you've got a good handle on logic, then start going through and really fine-tuning play in like what you're bad at mechanically. Like, I've been working on dungeon clears. I'm working on Forest right now. I'm gonna start with Shadow next and some other ones. Start working on Forest, dungeon full clears if that's what you think are slow. If you think you're bad at bosses, find a way with the practice ROM or save states or something. Practice boss kills. Just find what you're weak at. Like, you know, what are you weak at mechanically? Figure out what that is and just practice it. That's really the only thing you can do. But at the end of the day, you do have to play a lot of scenes to just get good overall at the game. You can't just practice boss kills over and over again and be good at everything else. It's not gonna work. So definitely play multiple seeds a week if you really want to try to improve. Because like every time I play, I'm like, man, I need to work on this. Like today, archery. Archery was bad. I miss Ganondorf with a light arrow. Who does that? I do.
I mean, that's just the NAA.
And I think
Yeah,
another
exactly.
good
Where's the ZF?
it would be to like expand on the types of seeds you play too, like sanity and stuff like that. Yesterday, during the and Friday, we had Zelda Glorify locked behind Burning Camp. That was the first time I've ever seen them, and itself was just abysmal. It was still in standard settings, but it was just abysmal to if you were to play it like a standard seed. And I mean, it's a big eye-opener when you see things like that and how it could force you into certain situations.
Yeah, Rando can throw all kinds of things at you. You know, ZL's a good example. If you look at the stats, ZL is way the hero for like, I don't know, 99.8% of seeds. But there's that one-off seed where you just don't need it. You know, it happens. And if you get into the mindset of, oh, I'm always going to have ZL, or I'm always going to have ZL, sometimes you don't. You know, I had a seed a few weeks ago where ZL was literally only for completion of Shadow. Like, it was behind water, which actually made things easy because I knew boss key was in 2 locations instead of 10. So, you know, knowledge like that really helps, because I think boss key was in compass chest. I went to map chest and then reset and went to compass chest, and there it was.
Knowing the once you got the basic routing down, and routing's important, I feel. Learning the little things and logic can help as well.
Yeah.
Things that you normally never see.
If you want my tip for routing, it's really boring, but 3 song and get a bunch of hints. That will take you a long way. You don't need to do weird things. You don't need to do Deku first. You don't need to do early adult. You can, once you're more advanced, you can do that. You can see whether it works for you or not, but there's a reason 3 song is so popular. Because it works. It's really, really good. Is it slower than some things? Yeah, possibly. But, I mean, you do 3 song. If you're good at 3 songs, you get a dungeon, you get 3 songs, you get a bunch of hints done in like 25 minutes max. And from there, like today I did it, I got, let me look at my notes. I had the Lost Woods Way of the Hero, I had Jabba Way of the Hero, I had Trail Way of the Hero, and I had like hookshot and bombs and bow and maybe 1 or 2 other things, and I was like, okay, time to go adult. I was like, it basically told me what to do. Some people don't like that, some people are like, hints bad, hints OP, please nerf, but it does work for the vast majority of seeds. So, as a basic opener, I don't suggest anything else. Like, that's just one of, if not the best basic openers you can do until you're like really advanced and can figure out how to do other things. So
Yeah,
I forget who was it, Etok, I think, was asking about how to not play poorly. I don't know specifically your issues, Etok. I don't think Jay doesn't have BGS either. Okay. He did the same thing I did. Yeah, he activated both knuckles and went, wait a second.
My god, they have double defense, I wanted to be on a quarter of a heart rate.
I had like less than 2, so I was like, okay, I need to not screw this up. So like, okay, Chew Army, attack. I was like, what do I have here? I don't have the condom, I don't have a potion or anything. I was like, okay, I got 32s, whatever.
Oh yeah, shout
We
out
know
to
where
2
2 blue potions are.
Yeah, 2 different blue potion bottles got hinted.
Yeah, I was mad about that in my chat. I was like, 50 and skulls, or skull mask have blue potion bottles? Come on.
Those would be nice to have. Right. Seeing J-Bone entering the Ganondorf fight, and then make some bacon.
But what I was
Time for a round of tennis.
I'm guessing BGS was never seen as well.
Yeah, we never saw that.
All the things that would have been nice to have this seed.
Yeah, it would be nice to see them, honestly. But I guess it wasn't to be. Nice. Well done, Jay.
One cycle, very good. And he got it just power stabbing too.
Yeah, that's a different move
Like-
to what I normally see.
Yeah, I definitely make sure I try to time them out. I don't just power stab like that. That's very easy to miss the window there. For those that are curious, Ganondorf one cycle with Master Sword. The first 3 hits are free, assuming you're not really, really slow. After that, each hit is a 2-frame window. So if you hit him within the 2-frame window, you can just hit him 1,000 times in a row with Master Sword. It's not terribly hard. There is a visual cue for it, so enough practice, it is pretty easy.
I believe the game runs at 20 frames per second when you're not in a menu. So that is 1/10 of a second.
That is 1/10 of a second. Rando, or not Rando, OOT, because it runs at 20 frames per second. A frame perfect trick or a 1-frame trick is a lot less fast. That's the equivalent of a 3-frame trick in a 60 FPS game. So 2 frames is like almost. But yeah, just go ahead.
I still hesitate to use the term free in those contexts.
Yeah, I probably not 3, but it's one where you can definitely get very consistent at it. Like, I'm probably 80-90%.
One hour, you said? If you literally couldn't afford to, like you go down to farm arrows.
Yeah, once I missed the arrow, I had no master. Okay, to get this one cycle, I'm falling down to get nothing. Long shotting back up.
Jay is having Zelda cooking his bacon from Ganondorf. And with that, we have a finished
Hey.
Hello. Hello, Davo. Welcome. Oh, GG.
Yeah. Played too safe the first time I got restream. Didn't play safe enough.
Yeah.
And all it happens.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't do too badly, honestly.
I mean, I probably shaved 40 minutes off if I actually just finished GTG.
Yes, I was wondering about that, honestly.
Like I said, I just last time I was on the restream, I just played way too safe. Pretty much did everything, and to compete with some of the people, I just have to take risks, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, just taking risks that unfortunately didn't pay out today.
The nature of math, risk versus reward.
Sorry, you're really quiet. Well, let me turn you up. Alright, go for it.
Oh, I was just saying that's the nature of math, risk versus reward.
Yeah.
You have to decide which risks to take. What made you move away from GTG?
Honestly, just I went in there because I suck at horseback, so I thought I might just save in there and just
I know that.
leave.
I've done that in the past. I've been like, I only have 60 rupees. Better save in GTG so I can reset.
Yeah,
So I did this fast and said, all right, I'm gonna go get my way to the hero. It's gonna lead me somewhere, and didn't really open anything.
Yeah, it turns out a single strength didn't do that much at that point.
But then I kind of just ran around, did every non-ZL lock check I could, and
Yeah.
didn't work.
I'm curious, did you ever find the frogs too, Ken?
But it was locked behind Spirit, so I knew I was up by the time I got.
Yeah, that was a interesting strength, to be honest.
I honestly didn't think I was gonna find magic before Strength 2, but I kind of thought magic would be fourth and Shadow would just be the end, and I would grab that gold scale and finish that way. But
Yeah. So you dip into fire, I believe it was.
yeah, I mean, I was just digging for checks, and I knew that fire was in logic really early, but hammer wasn't in logic, so I figured I'd go as far as I could with.
That makes sense. And then we see you leaving Fire, heading to go to the Eye. Honestly, assumed you're going to Forest Temple.
I was going to Ice, and then I realized you need ZL to get to Ice. So I said, all right, well,
Okay.
GG for sure. And then I played Requiem and realized, oh, I didn't open the gate, so I got to turn around.
Yeah, realizing it where you did was a little bit unfortunate, really.
Yeah. I just, my worst finishes are always on and top 15 every other one other than the
I mean, it's still a pretty good time for a seed, obviously, 3:14.
Yeah.
At least.
It's unfortunate that you could have just went left in GTG and saved for you.
I can't think any more questions that I actually had, really. Thought there was something.
The fact that I can't do horseback, and I actually practiced it before that and realized I do pots worse.
Yeah, I was actually not going to bring that up, but since you did, I was wondering why. When it was, I think you had a situation where it was 2 pots. You would have got you. You had 2 arrows.
I just can't hit pots. I don't know what it is. I sat down after a seed where I had 1500 a few weeks back and just sat there and grinded it out, just hitting the target really quickly. And then I don't know. I haven't played all week, and I just sucked at it, I guess.
Yeah, 1500 is definitely a learning process.
Yeah, it really is. I know you said you were just trying to take a risk when you were avoiding GTG, but was there another reason, besides that, or was that just you just being, risky?
It's just me being risky. I knew I still had my Jabu Way of the Hero and my, and the Gerudo Fortress Way of the Hero, so I figured those would. I figured one of them had to be magic, and it wasn't. And I kind of figured there was gonna be something in Shadow that was gonna lead somewhere, and there was, but just I don't know, it's too late at that point.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was definitely a risky play, but I mean, once you got it, and then you just pretty much had cleanup after that. So I mean, it wasn't as bad as it could be. You got to avoid a lot of checks you knew you didn't have to have.
Yeah, I don't know. The fire play, there's just a lot of running around, especially with the lack of warp songs we had.
Oh yeah, it's like you had most of the songs at that strength on Frogs. Very few warp songs. And then Prelude check happened.
Well, doesn't always work out.
Yeah, my first warp song was like an hour and 40 minutes, something like that. Like when I went to Crater when I was hunting for Nocturne, like that was the first warp song I got. Oh no, it was Requiem there, and then I warped to get Nocturne after that, but still. Like I got 5 non-warps in a row. I was like, man, this is kind of hard to navigate.
I just did 3 song into adult, pretty much figured I'll stop at Forest, go back and figure out what to do after that. But I mean, I was in GTG sub hour. I would have just continued. I would have been a lot further.
Gonna take a moment to interrupt to thank Johnny Game Show for their resub, and Jason for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the channel.
Oh,
To the
nice.
community of the channel.
Do we
Thanks
have
for
any
this.
questions from chat?
If there is anything. The system is completely gone.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. Thank you guys for, as always, for hosting. Thank you to the trackers for your thankless work in making everything for the restream behind the scenes so great. But yeah, that's a great community. had a lot of fun tonight, honestly. I was nervous. I made mistakes because I was nervous. I admit that, but it's like it's fun. At the end of the day, it's just really nice to be around, a nice community. So
Absolutely.
For a second, we have another Subcomputer Pro has 5 at CO1, which means we have a hype train.
Oh, nice.
Sorry to interrupt there.
Yeah,
Thank you for Gothly.
Thanks for the trackers. Thanks for you guys commentating. Thanks for Siberian for hosting this. Without him, it's not exactly possible either.
Try to command it. Yeah, I think that's everything, honestly.
And thank you, chat, for always helping to support, the channel and keeping it possible to do all of this.
Yeah. You the real MVP. Everyone the real MVPs.
Okay, so there is nothing else left, I guess.
I don't think so.
Because we still have the hype train going, I think we should keep the stream alive a bit, and and we still can look at the schedule, what is up next. The next thing we have is the Ocarina of Time Randomizer EU Weekly, tomorrow at 3 p.m. CEST, or 9 a.m. EDT.
Yep, that's right, yeah.
After that, we have the Minish Cap Randomizer Weekly Variety Race settings. And not yet on the schedule, but there may be some link to the past randomizer streams tomorrow. Or even Ocarina of Time GSR tournament matches. Still have to look for volunteers to get those going.
I'll be honest, the Minish Cap settings are quite interesting. It's pilot and runner. Essentially, one person has a log and they're guiding the other one. I think that's going to be quite interesting to watch.
And we are going to raid over to one of the runners still in the race. Cheer him up, he might take some time. And thank you, Shawnee and Waffle, for commentating. And don't forget our trackers. Espion, we had the list somewhere. Espion, McPaula, Karam, and As the Day Fades. Give those 4 a follow. And with everything said, see you next time on CSR.
See you. Thanks for having
Catch
me.
you up.